All right, Chuck. Let's get all this stuff on board, and I'm going to report to Binghamton.
What are you going to report, Skip? How we almost bagged that Nip PT boat?
Look, was it our fault that squall set in just when we had him in range?
Well, look, boys, that's the breaks of the game.
Breaks my foot. It's just been bad luck all day.
Sure, like piling up on that sandbar.
And losing that case of beer.
What are you guys griping about? I was sitting on it when it went overboard.
The way I see it, we were lucky to get back at all. Do you guys know what day it is? Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th? Oh, brother.
No wonder everything went wrong.
I knew we should have stayed in bed.
Now, will you guys knock it off? Now, the first thing you know, you're going to be looking for ghosts in the rigging. Believe me, Friday the 13th is no different than any other day. I think.
Absolutely. And nobody with any sense believes in that superstitious junk. Hey! Hey, a black cat!
Easy. You all right, Mr. Parker? You hurt yourself, sir? Never mind, get me out of here! Help! Parker! You're trying to murder me! You did it again!
So help me, Parker. If it's the last thing I ever do, I'll see that you get 10 years in the brig for every bone that you broke.
Why don't you sit down, Captain? You're all on edge, sir.
Now, don't you try and soft soap me, McHale. This time I've got proof that this imbecile tried to kill me. X-rays don't lie.
Sir, your X-rays just came back from the lab. Not a single solitary break.
Not a single... not even a little bone fracture?
Sir, you must be made of steel. Hey, boy, that's great, Wally. Now you won't be needing this.
I swear I'm going to kill her.
No, please, sir. Mr. Parker didn't mean any harm, sir. You see, the fellas were all superstitious, and all he was trying to do was to prevent a black cat from jumping on a 73, so that's all.
Yeah, that's right. You know, like black cat is 7 years bad luck, and you multiply that by Friday the 13th, and, or is that mirrors?
Well, I tell you,
I'll take you right back to X-ray. Maybe this time you have a break.
Don't take me anywhere. Just get your hands off of me. You men, get out of my sight. Get out.
Yes, sir, and thank you so much for your patience, sir.
Yeah, don't you worry about your bad leg. It never hurt a naval career. Look at Long John Silver. Yeah, just...
All right, Caps, bye. Black cats. Friday the 13th. I've never heard such flimsy excuses for an attack on a superior officer in my life. How stupid do they think I am?
Well, sir,
Shut up.
Sir, I was merely going to say that you know that sailors have always been superstitious. You know how they believe in things like ill omens and jinx ships, and then
Shut your big mouth and you keep it shut. God, defending those pirates to me. Wait a minute. What did you say? Repeat what you just said. Come on, Elroy. Talk.
Sir, if I don't talk, I'm in trouble. No, I don't talk, I'm in trouble.
Oh, that's very good, Elroy. You ought to take a ventriloquism. I'll say you were superstitious, Elroy, and you were on what you thought was a jinx ships in combat waters. What would you do? What would you do?
Well, sir, I'd be begging my CO for a transfer to anywhere. But I don't see what a brilliant idea, sir. That's absolutely brilliant. Yeah. We make them think that the 73 boat is jinxed. Oh, sir, you...
whoever said Friday the 13th was unlucky. I know.
Sir, that's my hat.
Open cold beer.
Skip, what are they doing to our boat?
They changed our number.
To 13.
That doesn't tell her. Dismissed. Oh, come on.
All right, Copy. What's the idea of putting that number on our boat?
Yeah, we're the 73, not the 13.
Come on, Start talking, Copy.
Well, now, I really shouldn't say anything, but according to this letter, your boat was originally commissioned PT-13. Someone changed the 1 to a 7 after that disaster.
What are you talking about?
What disaster?
Tell us.
Come on, Gibbs, start talking, or you'll have a little disaster right here.
All right. All the gory details are right here in this report. It says that... Oh, the captain!
What are you doing with that letter? Why?
Nothing, sir, nothing. Nothing.
I told you, just change the number on their boat and keep your big fat mouth shut.
No, wait a minute, Captain. If there's something in that letter we should know about...
I will decide what you should know about around here, McHale.
But, Captain...
Be quiet. Now, you take that letter back to my office and you file it. Then you meet me at the supply shack for inventory move. Hubba.
Yes, sir.
But, Captain...
Quiet, I said. The same goes for you and your pirates. You take the 13 boat and you move.
Now, Captain...
Move.
What's going on?
There's something about all this that just doesn't smell kosher to me.
Our sentiments exactly, Skip. And there's only one way to find out.
Huh?
Go, Skip. It was easy as borrowing ice cubes from an Escapade.
Pipe down.
Hey, guys, dig. It says here she really was commissioned PT-13.
Oh, no, on our first day out, the whole crew was drowned. What do you mean, drowned? It says right here they were blown up when the gas tanks exploded.
Yeah, that was the second crew, though. See, it says she lost 2 crews.
Look at all the accidents she had.
They never could find out why.
No wonder she's been afloat in Jonah.
She's jinxed.
Guys, we're living on borrowed time.
Oh, come on, you calamity hounds, knock it off. PT-73 or 13, she's still the same boat, and she's been mighty good to us. I'll put this letter back in the files and forget it. You read me? Forget it.
Forget it, but Skip.
No buts about it. And the next guy who opens up his yap about jinxes or Jonahs answers to me, you understand?
Move out.
Too bad, sir. It'll never work as long as Commander McHale is around.
He is not going to be around, you ninny. We're ready for phase 2. I'm sending him up to Comfleet as a special courier. Good night.
You are, sir. Oh, good. Oh. And while the cat's away...
We lower the boom on the rats. Oh, thank you, Elva.
What was that? Did y'all hear that? What was it?
Daddy,
Oh, it's you, Mr. Parker.
Hey, did you guys hear that funny noise down by the boat?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Come on, Mr. Parker. We got enough problems as it is without you starting to imagine things. Now, why don't you go back to sleep, huh?
What was that?
Sounded like the 73.
You mean the 13.
Oh, boy, what a time for the skipper to be away. There's no one on board.
Huh? And who started the engines?
Well, I'm gonna find out. Maybe we all better find out. Let's turn out the lights.
Here they come, sir. I can hardly wait to see the expression on their faces when I pull the string.
Get down, you nitwit. Nobody pulls your string.
Hey, the boat's running all by itself.
Like it was haunted or something.
Only Jinx, she's a regular ghost ship. Oh, calm down, you guys. We all know there's no such thing as ghosts. Follow me.
I believe.
What could have started them engines in that gun?
I don't know. I ain't hanging around to find out.
Me either. Fighting the nips is one thing, but this we're not getting paid for.
Oh, wait a minute, you guys. Calm down. Now, we're supposed to be sailors in the United States Navy. We're supposed to be brave and fearless and above all men. What was that?
Sounded like it came from below.
Yeah, well, pull yourself together, Virgil.
Whoever it is must have started those engines and fired that gun.
Yeah. Well, now, see, I told you guys there's nothing to worry about. All it was is a little black... What? Abandoned ship! Abandoned the dock!
Oh, good Good morning, Elroy.
Good morning, sir. Sir, they've arrived. And by gig, they're afraid to even get on PT-13.
I tell you, this is my finest hour.
Oh, yes, sir.
The radio message ready. We gotta work fast before McHale gets back. Here they are. Out. Outside door. Sorry, boy. Sorry. Will you watch what you're doing? I've never seen anything like you. Get in here, all of you. Oh. Now then, I've called you men over here to discuss your new patrol assignment. Starting tonight, you will sail the area between Kanakai...
Tonight, sir. On our boat?
No, on the Mayflower, you nitwit. Of course, on your boat. What's the matter with your boat? Anything wrong with it?
Anything wrong with it? No.
Nothing wrong with it. Very well, then. Starting tonight.
Sir, Captain Binghamton, sir, an urgent message from Commander McHale to his crew, sir.
Now, what does that blowhard want now?
No fair peeking, sir. It's addressed to us. I mean, after all, cheaters never prosper.
I'd like to give you a good rap right in the snoot. Let's get out of here. I can't stand the sight of this man.
A confirmed history of PT-13.
Stay off boat at all costs.
Advise you put in for immediate transfer to Confleet for reassignment.
We'll meet you there.
Hey, how about that, boy? Just in the nick of time. Good old Skip.
Yeah, that tub really has the whammy on it.
Yeah, but his skip came through.
I knew he wouldn't let us down.
I bet he's already lined up a new boat for us.
What's going on here? What's the racket? Why? What
Sir,
is
as
the
officer in charge, I request that you draw up transfers for our signatures.
Transfer?
Transfers. That's right.
Transfers.
He wants one, too.
Yes, sir.
Hey, guys, a Skip. Hey, Skip. Sir, we glad to see you. Where'd you get?
A couple of the flyboys just dropped me off. But what were you guys doing over with Binghamton for so long?
Oh, don't worry about a thing, Skip. We got your message. We took care of everything.
Yep, our little old transfers are all signed and ready to go.
What's all signed?
The transfers, so we can ship up to Confleet. Hey, Skip, what's our new boat look like?
What are you guys talking about? We're not getting any new boat, and I never sent any message.
You didn't?
No.
But you had to.
Yeah, we saw it in black and white.
Oh, yeah. Like you saw that phony report from Washington. I checked it out. There never was a PT-13. Binghamton made up that whole haunted boat routine.
Oh, no.
And we fell for it.
Then the boat's not jinxed.
Well, he just made suckers out of us.
Listen, once those transfer papers reach Confleet, we're dead.
Anyone want to battle Harry Carry knife?
No, that's too messy, Poogie. But if you had a can of spoiled sea rations...
All right, knock it off. We're not going to give up yet. What we've got to do is to get those transfers back from Binghamton. We've got to... Hey, now, wait a minute. Wait just an ever-loving minute here.
An idea,
What
is
is
it,
Let's hear it.
Well, now, look. Old Leadbottom got us into this mess by saying that the 73 was jinxed, right?
Yeah.
Well, then, if he wants to play dirty pool, so can we, boys.
Oh, Skip, my mother won't let me play pool. Could we make a dirty ping pong?
Come on, boys. Now, listen to this.
Look at that, Carpenter. Isn't that beautiful? 7 requests for transfer. The end of McHale's mob.
Oh, sir, I bow to your genius. Here, let me lock them up for safety.
Get your grubby fingers off of these little treasures. They are not leaving my sight until that mail plane takes off tomorrow. Do you read me? They are not leaving my sight. Come in.
Sir, you'd better come quickly. The 13 boat is in trouble.
13, but we don't have anything. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? What kind of trouble? What is it?
They're under enemy attack, sir. We just picked up a mayday from Commander McHale on the emergency combat frequency.
Get out of my way.
Hard a port, Christie! Hard a port! Our only chance is evasive action!
McHale, this is Captain Binghamton. You're supposed to be at Confleet. What are you doing on that boat?
I was on my way over to report when the nymphs jumped us. Duck, guys! Here they come again! They're diving out of the sun! Look at them come! I don't want to die! Shoot, bird! Shoot, boy! Oh, Bird, you missed him again! What's the matter?
I don't know, Skip. It acts like the sight's been.
I think the guy's been sabotaged!
said sabotage. You don't think they suspected you were the one who...
You blabbermouth. What are you standing around gawking at? Don't you have anything else to do? Get out of here. Out. Get rid of that.
Yes, sir.
Stand by, boys. They're gonna strafe us.
Yankees, you die!
Sir, the nip pilot's on the same wavelength.
McHale, break off the action and run for it.
We'll try, Captain, but we're breaking it. Tinker, hit those engines!
Oh, my foot! My foot!
Mr. Puckett's been hit! Plasma, stretcher bearers!
Oh, what a way to go!
Be strong, Mr. Parker! Tinker, what's wrong with those engines?
We're cutting out. Somebody's been monkeying with the engine.
Oh, no!
The engines? Sir, you didn't...
Of course not, you nitwit. All I did was adjust the fuel valve. I didn't know I didn't mean to... McHale, can't you get those engines started?
No, sir! Watch out, boys! He's diving in for the kill!
Oh, no. If anything happens to those dear boys, it'll be all my fault.
Take cover, boys! He's diving down!
Die, Yankee! Banzai!
He got us! A direct hit!
Skip, I'm too young to die. Save me!
Oh, I can't! I'm pinned down in the wreckage!
Oh, goodbye, Mom. Goodbye, Aunt Martha. Goodbye, Cousin Julian. Goodbye, Uncle Elton.
If ever I find out who sabotaged this tub, I'll come back from the grave to get even!
McHale, come back. I didn't mean it. Quentin, Chuck, anybody speak to me. It's Wally.
It's no use, sir. They're gone.
I've heard some battles in my day, but this thing has been something.
Sneeze off, you Academy Award winners. That was only Act 1. Now, we're going to sneak over to the base for the grand finale. And look at this.
Easy does it, sir. Those pills the nurse gave you will help you through the night.
I tell you, Elroy, I'll never be the same. Never. I wanted to get rid of them, but not like this. How am I going to get over this? How?
There, sir, now. Do try to get some rest. Those pills should relax you, sir.
Rest, Jesus. I'll never rest again. How can I live with a thing like this? The torment, it's awful. And don't forget you're in on it, too. What's happened to my lights? Oh, that stupid electrician's mate. I'll give him a piece of my mind. Go back there. Who did that? Where's my phone? And who's making those ridiculous noises? Who?
Your captain.
Who?
We've come back from the grave to see you. Remember us, we are the ghosts of PT-13.
Oh, no. It's not possible. Must be my imagination. No such thing as ghosts. Lights. I need some lights. My flashlight. Look at my flashlight. McHale, I thought you were dead.
Well, of course I'm dead. We're all dead.
No, don't come near me, McHale. No. Oh, no.
Oh, hi, Wally. I was just flying around the neighborhood. Thought I'd drop in.
Parker, you're dead, too. I heard you die.
That's right, Wally. We've all gone to the big PT boat in the sky.
You don't seem very glad to see us, Captain.
Keep away from me. Don't you hurt me.
Down. Come on. Okay, let's go.
Come on. I gotta get my gun.
Hello there. I'm lonesome in hell.
Get back. I don't want to go. I want to get back in. It's against regulations to harm a superior officer.
You know, maybe he's got something there still.
Oh, Captain, you've got something we want.
Oh, McHale, you stop. McHale, you stop. I order you to stop.
So long, Wally. Bye.
McHale, I'll give you anything you want. Anything at all, anything.
I want the transfers my men signed.
Yeah, Wally, we need them for our records. They run a tight cloud up there.
Transfers?
The transfers.
The transfers.
The transfers.
The transfers.
Take him, anything. Go. Stop hurting me. Just go.
Farewell, Captain. Farewell.
Hope you make it up our way.
Okay, Christy, up's a daisy. Go on, Skip.
Christy, watch what you're doing.
I'm trying. The wire's stuck.
Well, unstick it.
Oh, hi, Captain. Having a little wing trouble. I think I sprained a feather.
What's going on here?
I'm just waiting to get cleared by the control tower. Pretty busy up there.
Stand back.
Angel 13 at tower, ready for takeoff.
Take off.
Angels, huh? Ghosts, huh? I tell you, McHale, it is one of the most dastardly plots that you've ever...
No, easy does it, Captain. Easy does it.
Bunch of cutthroats trying to scare me into the transfers.
Take him up, Christy.
I'm trying to get away with it. I've got their signatures right here. Ow!
Sorry, Captain, but I think you're a bit too late.
Watch your language, sir. There's an angel present.
A little to the left, Commander.
A little to the right, Commander.
Will you guys make up your mind? Here. How's this, Mr. Parker?
Oh, I'm getting nervous. I should have never let you talk me into this, Gruber.
Come now, Mr. Parker. You already agreed. A good officer helps his men with their problems. And mine happens to be Ginger.
I should have such problems. Wow-wee.
Picture a classy doll like that falling for anybody less than a lieutenant commander? Let's go, Mr. Parker. Fire away.
Yeah, well, forget about her. What happens when the skipper finds out I let you borrow one of his uniforms?
Look, Ginger is hoofing and vaudeville back in the States. That's 6,000 miles away. The skipper's over on Main side. That's 3 miles away. So you got nothing to worry about. Now, look, Mr. Parker, I hate to pull rank, but, click.
Boy, vey. Sayonara.
Wake up for your commander.
All right, now watch the birdie and smile. Hey, Gruber, where'd you go? There you move. Boy, now look what you did. You're all out of focus. You look short, fat, and funny.
Chuck, It's the captain.
I can... Attention!
Dunce, what are you doing out of there? Get out of there. Out, out, out.
Excuse me. Just a minute. Excuse me. Wait.
McHale, you saw that. He tried to shish kebab his commanding officer.
Oh, now he's the dust, Captain. Remember, control your temper, sir.
Yeah, smile. Say cheese.
Oh, jeez, you.
Man, this is murder. They've been in there with old Leadbottom for over an hour now. I sure hope the skipper can get Mr. Parker off.
I don't know what Binghamton's so mad about. I thought he looked better with singed eyebrows.
Gruber, you're lucky the skipper's such a good sport.
Yeah, if Binghamton found out you're wearing a commander's uniform, you'd be issued a new one with stripes.
Yeah, you had to write your girl that you're a commander.
Fellas, you don't understand. I'm in love. When you look like me, you gotta lie a little.
Hey, that must be the new service show.
They must have just flown in. Look at those dolls.
Wow, we men stand aside. It's showtime.
Hold it. I don't believe it. It's impossible. I can't stand it with you. That one in the middle. That's my girlfriend, Ginger.
Huh? Ginger, I thought she was back hoofing in the States.
She must have joined a service show. What am I going to do?
What are you going to do, man? Are you island happy? Go out there and grab her. There's a big break.
Right. Wait a minute. I can't do it. She thinks I'm a lieutenant commander.
Murder.
Are you in trouble? What are you going to do?
Well, if that guy lays one finger on her, I'll slug him.
Easy, Groove.
Look, she sees you. You're dead.
Yeah, what happens when she asks for Commander Gruber? Guys, what we better do is go out there and cover her.
You duck, Groove.
Duck. Good idea.
Hey, come on, you guys.
Excuse me, Sal, I'll be right back. Is anyone here from PT 73?
Ah, you're in luck there, lady.
Oh, wonderful. I can hardly believe it. You know, it's almost a miracle I got here. Tell me, where is Commander Gruber?
Right this way, dear lady, where we can talk.
Well, is anything wrong? I mean, did anything happen to Commander Gruber?
Please don't mention that name.
Listen, he's fine, except he's out on a secret mission.
Where is he? When will he be back?
You never know with Commander you-know-who. He's always in action. Out there. Somewhere.
Ginger, come on. We've got to report in. Okay, I'm coming, Rita. Is there any chance that he'll be back before we have to leave?
Yeah, maybe. That is if he gets his quota of nips before lunch.
If the Tiger returns, we'll let you know.
Oh, gee, thanks, fellas. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Now, listen, remember, not a word about Commander you-know-who to anybody.
Listen, I know. Loose lips sink ships. Oh, and I sure don't want to sink Lester's. Well, thanks, fellas. Bye.
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 Come on.
Loose lips sink ships. I was sunk by a loose pen. Oh, Lester, you're nut. Why did you write her and tell her you were an officer?
Why don't you go after her and tell her you lied?
Oh, you kidding. I'll never be able to show my face in Brooklyn again.
Gruber! I want a word with you. That is, if your schedule isn't too full up, Commander.
Whatever you say, Skip. But please, just call me Swabby.
Yeah, you should have heard what Binghamton called me. I'm gonna have my mother write Admiral Nimitz.
All right, come on. Let's go.
Hale put Parker up to that. I know it. He's trying to kill me. That's what he's trying to do. Wonder how long it takes to grow new eyebrows. He's got to get rid of that McHale before he...
Sergeant,
Don't you ever knock? I was just brushing my teeth.
Well, sir, I'm terribly sorry, but this is an urgent request from Commodore Norcross of the British Naval Base over at Kulawi, sir.
Oh. Hold my toothbrush. Oh, how do you like that? They want me to assign one of my officers to them for liaison work. As if I didn't have enough problems of my own. What else do we got? What is it?
Oh, sir, this is a signal regarding that service show unit that just arrived. They're to be moved on to Hollandia after they perform here, and we're supposed to see the...
Wait a minute. That's it, of course. That's the way to get rid of McHale.
Ship him out with the service show, sir? Oh, but that wouldn't work. He doesn't sing or dance.
Sing or dance, you numbskull. The British want a liaison officer. I'll assign them one, permanently.
Oh, that's just brilliant, sir. Oh, sir, you are brilliant.
Knock it off. Knock it off. Stop gawking at me. Get me the British base of Kulawi on the scramble phone. Go.
Yes, sir. Sir, if I may say so, I think you did an excellent job on your eyebrows.
Oh, do you? All right, well, thank you. I was afraid maybe I put too much on. Oh, get out, out.
All right, then get on the boat.
Oh, but Skip.
Get on the boat.
All right, Gruber, you heard the skipper. That's an order. The romance lamp is out.
But I gotta see Ginger. If I don't see her, I'll lose her. I'll be living at the Y until I'm 60.
If you don't get on that boat, you won't live to be 60.
No, I gotta see Ginger. Oh, wait a minute. You can't do this to me. It's against the Geneva Convention. I got a right to see my girl. Wait for me. Wait for me, my darling. I shall return.
I don't want to sound like I'm boasting, Commodore Norcross, and I really hate to lose him, but if you take McHale, you're not only getting a man who knows these waters, but you're getting an officer and a gentleman as well.
Well, he certainly sounds like a very outstanding sort of a chap.
Suppose you drop over here this afternoon for lunch, and we'll discuss the final details.
Well, that would be splendid. Thank you very much, Captain Binghamton.
All right, fine. I'll see you then. Ta-ta.
Oh, sir.
It worked. It worked. I'm getting rid of McHale. Leverage. You're coming to ta-ta-ta. I'm getting rid of McHale. $1,300.
Yep. Ah. Hey, Skip, you gotta do something about Gruber. Just look at him. We've never seen him so low.
Isn't there some way he can see his girl?
Now, wait just a minute, you guys. Look, he brought this on himself, and as far as I'm concerned, he can...
I'll get it, Skip.
Look, you guys must think that...
Headquarters of PT-73. You want to speak to who? Commander Gruber. Said girl, Skip.
Huh?
It's Ginger. Let me talk to her, please. If I can't see her, let me at least hear her voice. Please, I beg of you. Look, I'll tell her I'm between missions. I'm on my way out the door. Please.
Gruber, I told you that... All right, but make it short.
You made me so happy I could cry. Hello? Commander Gruber here. Ginger! What a pleasant surprise. Well, I had no idea you were on the base. Just came back from a mission. Typical one this morning. Got 2 crowd subs, a nip destroyer, and 3 zeros. Ah! Oh, no, nothing there. Nothing there. Just an old battle wound acting up. I'm fine. Just stopping off for a chopped liver sandwich on rye and some ammo and going right out again. I know. I can't say it here. My crew is all around. Well, okay. Snooky Wookums loves little pussycat.
Oh, brother.
But I can't. Please, dear, don't cry. Skip, she wants to come out here to see me. Can I be a commander for 5 minutes?
No, and oh no.
5 minutes. Please, Skip. That's all I ask. I may never see her again.
Oh, me, I was so happy on my little old freighter. All right, Gruber, but just 5 minutes. 5, you understand?
Bless you, Skip. I'll never forget you for this. Hello, pussycat? Commander Snookham's back on the line here. You're in luck. The communique just arrived. I have a 5-minute furlough. Yes, I'll send my personal gig for you. Roger, sugar. Over and out.
Commander Snookum.
Oh, I've heard everything.
I must have lost my marble.
Hey, anybody seen the Skip's marbles? Okay, now let's spread out. You didn't mean it.
All right, knock off that gold brick on your men. Come on, shape up. Let's go. Let's go police the area. I'm the double. Come on. Hopper, hopper, hopper.
Oh, Snookums, I'd like to. Oh, brother.
At last. my own command. Jealous.
Oh, this is just so exciting. I just can't wait to see Lester. I mean, Commander Gruber.
Well, the commander can hardly wait to see you either, ma'am.
A visitor arriving on Gruber's Island? Detail. Attend. Hut. Attention. Ten. Hut. Welcome aboard, miss. Oh, here comes our commander now. Detail. Present. Holmes.
Oh, Lester.
As you were, men. Straighten up that line. Chest out, stomach in. Heads up. Toes in, heels out. Pussycat.
Oh, I'm so happy to see you, Lester. I'm so proud of you.
Just doing my job, sweetheart. Oh, I'd like to have you meet my exec officer. Fine chap. Taught him everything I know. My ensign, Quint McHale.
Thank you, Commander. Thank you. I hate to rush you, sir, but you leave on your next mission in exactly 40 seconds.
I'm aware of my schedule, Ensign. Man cannot live by war alone. I'd like you to meet the rest of my men. I took this bunch of draft board rejects and molded them into the top combat unit in the Pacific. Gruber's Guerrillas. Gunner's Man Edwards! No! Radio Man Moss!
Yo!
Quartermaster Christopher!
Yo, sir!
Machinist Mike Bell!
Yo!
Last but not least, my fearless torpedo man. Where is my torpedo man?
Yo, sir! Yo!
Sorry, sir, I had to leave the room.
Fall in. All right, straighten up that line. Chest out, stomach in.
All right, men, that's enough. Fall out.
Ensign, you dare order these men to fall out after I order them to fall in?
Oh, excuse me, Commander. But I was doing this for your own good. I don't want you to miss your mission, sir. After all, we do want to keep your brilliant record intact.
Well, I guess you're right, Mac. Can't keep those nips waiting. Good thinking. Put yourself in for an oak leaf cluster. Oh, baby, this is going to have to be goodbye.
Oh, Lester.
Hold it, sweetheart. All right, men. About face.
All right, men, you heard the skipper. About face.
Hi there.
All right, pussycat. Present arms and pucker up.
I still don't understand, Commodore. Why didn't we check in with Captain Binghamton when we arrived on Taratuba?
Little strategic plan. You know, all the praise that Binghamton's been piling on this McHale fella. Well, don't you smell a little bit of stale kipper there,
He did seem overly enthusiastic, sir.
Precisely. So I decided to visit McHale in his natural habitat, judge the fella for myself. In that way, I won't be buying a pig in a poke, what?
Good thinking, sir.
Farewell, my darling. Duty calls, and I must obey.
Take good care of yourself. Listen, don't take any unnecessary chances.
Don't worry about a thing, pussycat. It's just another death-defying mission.
Yes, well, goodbye, miss. All right, Christy, take her out. We gotta be shoving off, sir.
Goodbye, dear. I'll write when I find time. Work, Skip. We got away with it.
Yeah, we got away with it. Holy jumping! Look what's coming! Give me the jacket, quick! Give me the Commodore!
Holy Toledo!
Boy, that's where I wish I were now, in Toledo.
Ahoy, the dock! We're coming aboard!
Oh, no, we're trapped. It's too late. Hold it, hold it.
10, hut! Marty McHale?
Yes, sir.
I wasn't talking to you, Ensign.
I didn't say anything.
Who gave you permission to speak, sailor?
Back in the ranks, Gruber.
Yes, sir.
I believe the Commodore was addressing you, Commander McHale.
Sure, of course. Of course. My mind was 1,000 miles away, plotting a torpedo run. The war, you know. Commander McHale, skipper of the 73, at your service.
Commodore Norcross, this is my aide, Lieutenant Pryder. How do you do?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Skipper, we've got 10 seconds to 0 hour, sir. We've got to shove off.
Right you are, Ensign. If you'll excuse us, Commodore, we're in the midst of a mission. So it's very nice meeting you chaps, and we've got to hop to it. All right, let's go, men, hop to it.
Just a minute, McHale. You can do me a favor. I'd like to see how your American PT boats operate. Mind if I come along and see the 73 in action?
That's not possible, sir.
Will you stop interrupting, Ensign?
What was that you were about to say, Mr. Parker?
Well, I wasn't about to say anything.
Nobody's talking to you, Gruber.
Yes, sir, Mr. Parker.
Commander, what the devil is going on here?
Well, you see, sir, if you'll forgive us, I think it'd be better if we called off the mission, sir. The men are a bit battle-weary.
It's good thinking, Ensign, good thinking.
Negative, McHale. Now, you get your men on board. I don't know what's going on here, but this is no longer a request, Commander. It is an order.
Well, as long as you put it that way, Commodore. All right, men, battle stations, let's move out. After you, Commodore. It's the heat, sir.
Are you sure you know what you're doing, Commander? I mean, we've been circling these same islands for the last hour.
That's his strategy, sir. You see, he fools the enemy by pretending that he's lost at sea.
It always works, sir.
If I may suggest, why don't we return to base and try another day, sir?
Now, look here, Ensign.
Good thinking, Mr. Parker. Secure from stations, man. We're heading her in.
If you don't mind, Commander, why don't I take the wheel?
Right, but hold it steady, like I taught you.
Skipper, nip sub on sonar, 2,000 yards, bearing 179.
Oh, no. Battle stations, boys! Take yours, stand by your depth charges. Virtual Manos 50s. Grubers, get on your torpedo.
Aye, sir.
Commander, where are you going? Since when does an ensign give orders in combat? You're in command here, sir.
Oh, yes, sir. That's right. All right, get on this torpedo, sailor. You heard him, man. You heard the ensign do what he just said. That's an order.
Subsurfacing at 11 o'clock.
Stand by, boys. On your toes, boys. They're going to shell us.
Like he said, men.
Don't you think you better go below, Skipper? Remember that old battle injury?
Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right, Ensign.
Commander.
That old shrapnel wound, sir. A direct hit in 42. Turned my hair blonde.
Yeah, those brothers have been in combat, sir. You'll excuse them.
That's incredible.
So, those awful pains.
Get below.
Well, Ensign, it looks as though our lives are in your hands now.
I'll do the best I can, sir. Give a blast on those 50s, Verge. All ready on those torpedoes?
Yeah, ready on those torpedoes. Oh, me, ready on the torpedo.
Stand by. Fire one.
Fire one? Well, which one?
Fire one.
Bo.
Smashing, Ensign. Simply smashing. Thank heavens that somebody on this boat knows what they're doing.
Thank you, sir.
Good show, Gruber.
Yeah, great work, men. We did it again.
We? You weren't even on deck.
Sorry you missed it, Commander. You can have the next one, sir. All right, men, we're heading home.
Yeah, like the ensign says, take her in. They're my boys.
I fail to understand this, Commander. Your record is so outstanding. What on earth happened to you out there?
Well, you know how it is, sir. Some days you have it, some days you don't.
Yes, well, you certainly didn't have it today. It looks as though our suspicions about this fellow Binghamton are right.
Captain Binghamton, sir?
Yes. He tried to talk us into taking this McHale blighter on as our liaison man. He wanted to have him transferred to us permanently.
Oh, he did?
Why, those are my feelings exactly.
I say, that looks like Captain Binghamton coming now, sir.
Captain Binghamton.
Nice to have you both, sir. But my men and I have to go out on another mission. We do one an hour, you know. Ta-ta, pip-pip, and tally-ho.
You heard the commander, boys. Let's shove off. Bye-bye, sir. Bye.
You know, Crowder, sometimes I wonder why Churchill was so anxious to have them on our side.
Oh, Commodore, you pulled a little fasty on me, didn't you? Didn't show up for lunch.
I pulled a little fasty on you, sir.
For your information, Captain, the Commodore and I have just been on a mission with your Superman, McHale.
Oh, great. Wasn't he the greatest, huh?
He's the greatest, all right. The greatest coward it's ever been my misfortune to meet.
Coward? But he may drink a little, but he's no coward.
If Ensign Parker hadn't taken over command, and brilliantly, I may add, that nip sub would have certainly sunk us.
Parker, brilliant. There's something weird going on here. McHale! McHale, you hold the 73. I want to have a talk with you and the brilliant Parker. McHale, stop those engines! McHale, you stop hiding and you come down here right away. It's an order. What in the blue Pacific is this? Trick or treat? All right, start talking, McHale.
Well, you see, sir.
Right, McHale. You tell him what happened out there. Admit that you're a coward.
No, sir, this is not McHale. This is Gruber.
Are you daft, old chap? That is Gruber, and I may add, a first-class torpedo man.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Oh, you shut up, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This nitwit is not Gruber, sir. This is Gruber.
Well, Commodore, if I can explain, sir, you see...
One moment, Mr. Parker. I'm discussing this with your commanding officer.
This is not Mr. Parker. This is Ensign Parker.
Is there something wrong with your eyes, Captain? Gruber's no ensign. Mr. Parker is the ensign.
No. See, you got it all wrong. You see, Gruber here is Parker. And then Parker is McHale, you see? And McHale is Mr. Parker.
Captain Binghamton, are you well?
And I'm well. You know, yes, I'm well. These pirates are just trying to pull a masquerade, but the masquerade is over, McHale. Now, why did you switch uniforms? Why?
Well, it was to trick the nips, sir.
Trick the nips? It was to trick the limeys.
What?
The British.
Boy, what you said.
Oh, shut up, Gruber.
I'm Parker.
Oh, how do you do?
I do not know what is going on here, but...
All right, he's off. What's all the griping about here?
Are you kidding, Skip? You know darn well.
Here we are in New Caledonia, and we can't budge off this boat.
Yeah, we want to
Hold it! Now, you eight balls know the exact and specific orders we got from Captain Binghamton. While I am at the conference, all enlisted crew members will absolutely and positively be restricted to the confines of this boat.
Right.
And when we get exact and specific orders from Captain Binghamton, what do? We ignore them, that's what we do. All hands, 4 hours liberty. Go on.
Yeah, but Skip.
Oh, relax, Chuck. What old lead bottom doesn't know won't hurt him. Hey, you eight balls. Don't forget, you'll be back here by 1300. And sober.
You count on us, man. Here we come, Alistair. Yeah, and stay out of trouble, too.
Hey, Chuck. Hang on, boy. Hang on. Now, easy, Dusty. I'll get you out.
Don't worry about me, Skip. Just stop by the library and tell them I'll be a little late.
I tell you, Wally, someday, some lovely day.
Captain Binghamton, sir. Here's congratulations, sir. Oh, sir, you've done it. You finally made Rear Admiral, sir. I'm so happy for you.
He must be Admiral Rogers. Yes, that's it. He's always dropping them, you know. What do you want? What do you mean bursting in here like that on me? Don't you ever knock? Are you some kind of a peeping Tom or something? What do you want? What is it? What?
I'm sorry, sir, but this is a signal from Compleat, sir. The weekly transport plane from New Caledonia's been grounded, sir, and they want us to send one of our boats over to pick up the base payroll.
Oh, they do they? What do they think I am running here? Some sort of a South Seas Wells Fargo? I can't spare a boat from combat duty patrol.
Sir, I realize that, but I thought since the 73 boat is in New Caledonia anyway, that they could just go over and pick up...
Have you flipped? Do you think that I would entrust an entire base payroll to that bunch of thieves?
Oh, sir, I know they're thieves, but hijacking a Navy payroll? Oh, sir, do you really think they dare?
Dare? Would a starving man eat if you locked him in a candy factory all night with 62,000 chocolate-covered bonbons? I am not going to let that bunch of money-hungry vultures get near the base payroll. And if you think I am, then you're... Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right, Elroy.
I am, sir.
Oh, yes, this is beautiful, Elroy. Beautiful, beautiful. What a way to get rid of McHale and his mob forever.
Sir, you mean actually let them steal the base payroll?
Uh-huh. It's only going to be a paltry $62,000. What's that to the Navy? I mean, they're rid of McHale. That's a bargain.
Sir, that's ingenious. Absolutely ingenious. And I must say, sir, anyone who is such a brilliant strategist as yourself deserves to wear these. Let me help you.
Shut up and stop apple polishing me. Get out of here. Get the 73 boat on the phone. Go. Rear Admiral. McHale out of the way, I may be chief of staff one of these days.
I thought you'd want me to put this in your file.
I'd like to put you in my file under N for nitwit. Get out of here. Out. PT-73 from the base. PT-73 from the base. Come in.
Oh, boy, it's a captain. Just a minute, sir. Go ahead, sir. It's your nickel.
Oh, it's my nickel. I'd have nickel you. Oh, what's the use? Has McHale left for that conference yet?
Yes, sir. I'm here all by myself, sir. I'm here with the men, sir. Yes, sir. The men are all around me, sir. Isn't that right, men? Yes, sir. Aye. Right, Mr. Parker. You hear him, sir?
I also hear your brains rattling around. Now, you hear this, Parker. I've got a very important assignment for you. I want you to go over to the Naval Paymaster's office and pick up the base payroll on the double.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. The base payroll? Isn't that a lot of money, sir?
Of course it's a lot of money, you klutz. It's $62,000 in small bills, unmarked. The kind that couldn't very easily be traced if anything happened to it.
Yes, sir. And you want me to pick it up? Right. I mean us. The men.
That's exactly what I mean. And when you get that money, take great care with it. Take the shortcut back to the 73. And go down Saloon Row.
Down Saloon Row?
Past the gambling casinos. Just before you get to the racetrack.
Just before the racetrack. Got it. Right, sir. You can count on me, sir. Us. The men. Isn't that right, men? Yes, sir. Aye. Right, Mr. Parker. Always agree with me, sir.
Would you tell those men to shut up and quit talking? And have that one man get his throat looked into. Now you move out on the double. Hubba, hubba. Over and out.
Right. Hubba, hubba. I'm over and out. Right. Oh, boy, what a spot. $62,000 and me all alone. Oh, boy, he said hubba, hubba. What a spot. Grab my gun and... Let's go by the racetrack. Mess around with me, will you? Smoke if you got them. Pardon me, which way is the shelter? Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
All right, monsieur?
Sorry. I thought I was hanging on to a thin lamppost.
A lamppost? Oh, are you sure you are all right, monsieur?
Oh, no, I didn't mean your leg looked like a lamppost. It was just that, well, here. Hey, the money, the payroll, where is it?
Money, monsieur? Oh, has any of you seen this officer's money?
No, we have seen nothing, monsieur, not even a sou.
But you must have. I had it right here. It was in a canvas bag, and we were... Hey, you're lying. I can tell. You're all in this together.
You are mistaken, monsieur, I assure you.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Okay, everybody, nobody moves. Stand back or I'll shoot. Oh, no, I'm wise to your little game. Sure, you got the money and now you're going to do away with me. Well, you better stand back because I got a gun and I'm a crack shot. All right.
Do not be afraid, monsieur. We only wish to help you.
No, I don't want your help. I don't want anybody's help. I just want my mother. Or better yet, the skipper. Skipper!
Skipper! Skipper!
$62,000. The whole payroll. Tell me you're kidding, Chuck. Please tell me you're kidding.
Well, I wish I could, Skip, but when I came to, the money was gone, bag and all.
Oh, brother, what are we going to tell Captain Binghamton?
Well, it's like my mother always said, fibbers never prosper. So I think we should just tell him the truth.
Are you kidding, Mr. Parker? He'll never believe us.
He'll accuse us all of swiping it.
All right. Wait a minute. There's only one way out of this mess. We got to get that dough back and fast.
Sure.
So what we need is facts. Now tell me, when you came to, what was the first thing you saw?
A girl's ankle.
A girl's ankle?
How do you like that? He loses 62 grand and all he can think of is a dame.
Wait a minute, hold it. Now, if that girl was close enough to him, she could have seen who took the dough, right?
Right.
Or she could have taken the dough herself, huh?
Hey, how about that now, Mr. Parker?
Do you remember what she looked like?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well, she had on a green dress.
A green dress.
I remember that. And it was... No, it was blue. I think that's important.
All right.
No, it was red. Yeah. No, it was kind of greenish red and had a little blue.
Well, look. Never mind about the dress. Look, describe her. Now, what was she built like?
Oh, she was built like a girl. No question about that, Skip. Sorry. Well, she was brunette. Kind of tall, slender. Of course, she's kind of chubby in places. You know, I mean, you've seen them. Well, wait a minute. She was kind of a blonde and short. See, well, from my angle, it was hard to tell.
Oh, now, please, come on, Chuck. Will you give us a clue? We got to find this girl. Look, think.
Come on, Mr. Parker, concentrate.
Mr. Parker, please, really put your heart in it.
Heart! That's it, she had a heart!
Oh, sure, and a liver and a stomach and a pair of kidneys and a heart.
Oh, Skip, she had a little brown heart. It was a birthmark. It was right on her right ankle. I remember.
We're back to her ankle again.
No, wait a minute. Are you sure about this birthmark? Are you absolutely sure?
I'm positive. Skip was right where I grabbed her. Oh, no, that isn't what it sounds like. See, I was lying.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Now, at least you gave us something to go on.
Bad news, Skip. Leadbottom's calling us on the squawk box.
Oh, wow.
What a time for him to call.
Psychic us up.
Wait a minute. We got to stall him, boys. Now, follow me. Follow my lead, huh? Okay. This is Lieutenant Commander McHale, sir. What can we do for you, Captain?
Well, you can start by giving me your present position at sea and your estimated time of arrival at Taratupa.
Estimated time of arrival, well, you see, sir, we haven't left Noumea yet, sir. No. We're having engine trouble. That's right, engine trouble. Can you hear that, sir? Oh, our engine's in real
bad shape, sir.
It worked. They fell into our trap. And now hear this, McHale. Take all the time you need, but you get those engines fixed right. I don't want anything happening to the 73 while you're carrying our payroll. Take all the time you need, McHale, all the time you need. I'll see you when you get back. Over and out. Oh, it worked, it worked. The rats went for the cheese. Order a plane to fly us up to Noumea. With any luck, McHale and his brigands will be in jail by midnight. You never could take it, Elroy.
It was awful agreeable for him. You think he suspects anything, Skip?
Look, who's got time to worry about that? We've got real problems, like trying to find that money.
Yeah, sure, but how?
All right. Stop beating your gums and start pounding the pavement. Chuck gave us a clue. Let's go out and find that gal.
Skip, do you really think we have a chance?
It's a cinch. Hey.
Skip, Gus, that birthmark is on her ankle. This could have been embarrassing.
Excusez-moi, but the ball, she is under the bench?
How'd you do?
Not a birthmark in sight, Skip. How about you?
Zilch, nothing in 3 hours. Somebody chasing you?
Yeah, but I think I got away. Boy was shiver mad. I got fooled by a big freckle.
Hey, where was your gun and gun belt?
She took it. I told you she was mad.
Oh, brother.
Never say die, Skipper. There's a fresh brace of fillies now.
Hey, yeah. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Darn tablecloths, you can't see their ankles.
Tablecloths. Relax. Mr. Houdini here will take care of everything, huh?
Yeah. Pardon, ladies. I have reason to believe this table was stolen from the U.S. Navy. Permettez-moi. Now, let me see. The serial number is on the legs. Made in Paris. So sorry, ladies. But as we say in America, you cannot win them all. Very well.
Hey, that looks pretty easy. I'll get the other table.
Hey, Chuck, no.
Pardon, ma'am. We are looking for the stolen property.
Chuck! Sorry, ma'am. Sorry. We hope you know. Come on.
Hey, my gun.
Sir, it's just as you expected. Not a sign of Commander McHale or any of his crew.
And what did I tell you, Lieutenant? They've run off. They abandoned ship. They absconded with the entire base payroll. Isn't that terrible?
Oh, sir, it's just awful.
Well, we're going to get these highwaymen, dead or alive. Let's move out.
Are you sure there was a first
Stop your moaning, will you? Will you stop moaning? Look, time is running out, so we got to spread out now and keep looking for that gal. Now, come on, get going.
Come on, take
Come
it.
on.
Well, don't worry, Skip. I got a feeling our luck's gonna change.
Yeah, well, I sure hope so, because if it doesn't... Holy mackerel, I'll say it's changing from bad to worse. Take a look.
What's he doing in New Caledonia?
I don't know. But boy, if he spots us before we find that money, it'll really be bread and water time. Come on, quick, let's go.
Just put it down. We will pour it ourselves.
Not a bad morning's work, eh, Bertrand?
I think we have the very generous allies. No?
To the Americans. Viva la Lin-Lease, huh?
They're heading this way. Come on, Chuck. We gotta find a back way out of this joint.
Hey, haven't I met your ankle before? Pierre. Oh, no, my name's Chuck.
Hey, Buster, you had no call to do that. All right, boys, all right. We don't want to cause any trouble. Easy does it.
Hey, Skip, I found her ankle.
Hey, are you sure, Chuck?
Yeah, she went that way.
Oh, come on. Hey, Captain Binghamton.
McHale, you'll get life for this. I'll get you and your good Coach McHale. You're under arrest. Open this door.
Hey, there they go, Chuck, and the guy's carrying a bag.
Hey, it's the payroll money. They got it.
Come on, Chuck, come on.
Parker, you missed it.
Well, what's another 10 years in the break? Quick, you hide in there. I'll meet you later.
We gotta catch him before Binghamton catches us. Look, you take the right fork and I'll take the left.
Left, right. Left, port, starboard.
There he goes. Get him. I want that pirate dead or alive. Stop, Parker. Stop. Stop it. Oh, don't just stand there panting. Come on, stop, thief.
Pardon me, sir. Ma'am.
Hey, did you see him, Chuck? Hey, there he goes.
McHale, stop, you crook. After
Pardon me, sir. You dropped something.
Mercy.
Have you seen a shifty man in a gray suit? Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
Hey, Chuck, I lost him and so did the guys. Did you see him?
Well, I think he went that way.
Let's go, boys. If we lose him, we're goners. Come on.
Halt, you're under arrest. If he makes a move, shoot him full of holes.
No, wait a minute. You're making a mistake, Captain. The crook will get away.
Get off of me.
Yes.
The crook won't get away. I've got the crook right here. You, all of you. All right, Lieutenant, now you're prisoners.
And just a second.
Oh, we've got you this time, Commander. If you can't produce that payroll, we're going to press charges for grand larceny.
Oh, I'm
give you a
guilty.
shot. Sir, you gotta let us explain. You see, there's this girl with a birthmark on her
Oh,
leg.
yeah. Shut up with a birthmark on her leg. All right, McHale, I've got you this time. There's not going to be any excuses. Nothing is going to save you. Nothing.
Hey! Nip Zero coming in at 6 o'clock. Take cover, boys. Come on, get out of here. Keep
cover. Don't let him get away.
That bandit has us trapped.
No way to shoot back. We're helpless.
No, we're not.
Chuck, get down! Chuck, no! That cannon doesn't work. Get down!
Yes, it does. All you gotta do is light the fuse. See?
Everybody okay?
Yes, unfortunately for you and your gang of pirates, McHale, I'm still in one piece. And if you think that heroic stunt with that ridiculous cannon is going to do you one bit of good, just forget it. Find them up.
No, wait a minute, Captain. I beg of you. Look, give us a break, won't you? Won't you please give us just a little time to find that money, sir?
Oh, you want a little time?
Yes, sir.
Well, never let it be said that Wallace B. Binghamton wasn't a sport. You want time? I'll give you time, McHale. I'll give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
What is this? Hey!
Look! Hey, look, it's a 20!
A 50!
Oh, boy, talk about manna from heaven, huh?
Man of my foot, that's the...
We're sautéed. We're roasted. We're flambéed. We're utterly, completely, irrevocably doomed. Skipper, and I shall surely end up sorting rubber bands in the brig. Plimpton began to hyperventilate, fumbling for a paper bag, his carefully composed notes scattering to the floor. Lieutenant Wilson, however, remained remarkably calm amidst Plimpton's histrionics, though a flicker of curiosity played in her intelligent eyes, betraying her professional detachment. But, Commander, I don't understand. All the Commodore wanted to do, according to his very earnest request, was to ensure your well-being. He was quite eloquent about it. He stressed the importance of your mental fortitude for the war effort, citing you as a key asset that needed preservation. Yeah, eloquent. My foot. Finn snarled, his easy-going facade dropping like an anchor caught on a seabed mine. He just wanted to set me up to be clobbered by the toughest admiral in the fleet, a sacrificial lamb on the altar of bumble self-preservation. He wanted to watch my career go up in smoke. Well, it ain't happening. Not today, Lieutenant, not on my watch. He turned to Lieutenant Wilson, his eyes burning with a sudden, fierce determination. Girlie, we got work to do. Important work. Urgent work. You better get out of here and get out of that suit. Yes, your uniform. Lieutenant, it's far too official for the chaos that's about to descend. It would draw unwanted attention, a magnet for jawbreaker scrutiny. Yeah, you better put something else on. Something inconspicuous. Something casual. Perhaps even a bathing suit. You wouldn't want to see her out of here like this. Come on. Plimpton, you too. Get a move on. Get rid of that official paperwork. We'll get this place to look like a tornado just ripped through it. We got work to do. Very destructive. Very messy work. A strategic dismantling of perceived order. We must become the embodiment of chaos. He thrust a tattered, ancient manual of naval protocol at her, not for reading, but for strategic scattering, tearing pages from it. Give me that book. Every piece of documentation must be strategically scattered. Lieutenant, torn, stamped upon. Now, Plimpton, where are those party organizers? Those purveyors of chaos? They are our last, desperate hope, our only line of defense against the iron jaw. A few minutes later, the erstwhile party, which had moments before been a modest affair orchestrated by Doodle Higgins, a man whose understanding of subtle festivity was rudimentary at best, was now in full, glorious, catastrophic swing at what was rapidly becoming McGinty's distraction zone, the makeshift beach bar, crafted from salvaged lumber and decorated with wilting hibiscus and palm fronds, was overflowing with tipsy sailors, their voices raised in cacophonous, off-key song. The Jungle Band, consisting of Gizmo Jenkins attempting to coax music from a rusty trombone and Specs Miller, frantically banging on an upturned garbage can with 2 lengths of pipe, was playing a frenetic off-key samba that assaulted the ears and grated on the nerves. Empty bottles of jungle juice, pineapple rinds, and discarded leis littered the sandy ground, creating a veritable minefield of festive debris. And the sarong-clad hula girls, actually several large, hairy sailors in various stages of drag, including a surprisingly agile Rocky Ridgeback and a deeply committed Specs Miller, who had embraced his role with unsettling enthusiasm, his heavy stubble peeking from beneath his coconut bra, were gyrating with alarming, hip-swiveling enthusiasm, their coconut bras threatening to defy the laws of gravity and decent taste. The entire scene was a sensory assault of noise, movement, and dubious hygiene. An intentional disaster in the making, designed to appall Admiral Jawbreaker. Doodle Higgins, completely unburdened by irony or any real understanding of the imminent danger. Spotted Finn, his face flushed with the revelry and the sheer joy of a party well executed. Oh, come on. Skip, I didn't know you liked that Rafferty so well. The guy's throwing a party for him. Way! Diplomatic genius. Our Admiral Jawbreaker, to inspire such spontaneous merriment and cultural fusion. Finn grabbed Doodle by the shoulder, his grip surprisingly firm. A grim determination replacing his earlier joviality. Where's the blasted party? Doodle, is this what you call an appropriate level of controlled chaos? This is an uncontrolled eruption of utter mayhem. Come on, have a call about your old face. You'll be needing a new one after Jawbreaker gets through with us. Parole your buck. I need you to help me dismantle this festival of folly. I'll tear him, limb from limb, if this isn't tidied up immediately. He gestured frantically towards a chaotic dance floor, where Rocky Ridgeback was now attempting a complicated flamenco step in a sarong, narrowly avoiding a collision with a weaving, intoxicated sailor. Come on, dance with the hula hotshots. Wiggle your blues away. Do a quick step. Parole your buck. Throw him off. Throw him off the dance floor. Oh, I say, Skipper, are you the first dancer on the house? If so, you're doing a remarkably bad job of it. You're far too subtle. We need more chaos. More blatant disregard for order. Finn marched straight to the stage. A rickety platform assembled from old ammunition crates and dangerously stacked coconuts, where a particularly exuberant Rocky Ridgeback, adorned with a wilting lei and an unconvincing coconut bra that strained against his considerable pectorals, was attempting a shimmy that defied the laws of physics and good taste. His heavy boots pounded rhythmically, shaking the entire stage, causing Gizmo's trombone to emit a particularly mournful, off-key wail. Pick one out, Rocky. Pick a new profession. Perhaps one that doesn't involve impersonating tropical dancers. I'm going to turn you inside out for this. Utter mockery of naval decorum. What do I do, you madman? Turn off that music. The party's over. You hear me? Over. Like a bad dream. It has reached its ignominious conclusion. Cease and desist. This charade at once, before we all end up in the brig. Rocky, momentarily confused but ever respectful of Finn's authority, especially when Finn looked genuinely furious, which was a rare sight, saluted stiffly, nearly dislodging his precarious coconut bra, which bounced alarmingly. But, Skip, in the office, just moments ago, you gave me a magic word. You said, full speed ahead. You endorsed rampant jollity. You endorsed a festival of goodwill. You were, dare I say, quite keen for a raucous good time. Finn gritted his teeth, his jaw tight, a muscle throbbing in his temple. Oh, I did, huh? Well, let me give you another magic word. Rocky, a far more potent incantation. One that will curdle your very blood and make your teeth chatter. Iron-jawed Jawbreaker. And he's on his way here right now to blast this entire atoll into oblivion. With a single glare and conduct his utterly terrifying blitz and spectrum inspection. He will peel the paint from these very walls with his disapproval. He will flay us alive with regulations and then use our skin as a roadmap for future disciplinary actions. Yeah, and he's specifically coming to see all the skippers responsible for this den of iniquity, this hub of unbridled licentiousness. Now, come on, let's move this stuff out of here, and fast, with extreme prejudice. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's go. Move it. Get it out of here. Every last pineapple, every last discarded coconut shell, every last plastic garland, every single piece of incriminating evidence. And for goodness sake, get those sarongs off Specs before he catches jungle fever. Or worse. a severe case of dignity deficiency, and a lifelong aversion to tropical fruit. It's an order. Move. Suddenly, Chippy Chuckles burst through the rapidly dispersing crowd, his eyes wide with unadulterated panic, his cap now completely askew, almost hanging off his head. He looked like a startled rabbit caught in headlights, about to suffer an unfortunate vehicular encounter. Hey, Skipper, the Jeep's coming. I see the dust cloud on the horizon, growing larger by the second. Hold me. I fear for my very life. I fear for my career. Jump the torpedoes. It's the Admiral, the Iron Jaw. He is upon us. He is here to deliver swift and terrible judgment upon us all. Finn sprang into action, barking orders with the rapid-fire precision of a machine gun, his mind a whirlwind of frantic, last-ditch solutions. Chippy, get these girls out of here. Quick! All of them. Every single one of them. Regardless of their sartorial state or their current level of inebriation. No exceptions. Doodle, still clinging to his empty coconut, looked around in utter confusion, his eyes darting from side to side like a frantic squirrel. But where? Skipper? Where do we put them? There's nowhere to hide a dozen fully grown men in skirts on a deserted beach. Skipper, the island simply isn't large enough for such a profound level of concealment. The foliage is not dense enough for such a profound level of sartorial deception. Finn scanned the immediate vicinity, his eyes darting frantically, his mind racing for a solution, a place, any place, to hide his very visible embarrassment. His gaze finally settled upon the reinforced concrete structure of the base's air raid shelter, usually used for storing emergency rations, important documents, and the occasional stray, disobedient chicken. Anywhere, just get them out of sight. Now, here, put them in the air raid shelter. It's solid, concrete. It'll withstand scrutiny, if not an actual air raid. I'll steer the Admiral clear. Go on. Boy, move with the speed of a startled gazelle. A very, very large and heavily adorned gazelle. All right, now, girls, you and the skipper, let's move out of here and shake a leg. Or, whatever you shake. Get him. Disappear. Be gone, spirits of festivity. All right. Come on. All set. All starched. Just kidding. Now look busy. Look like you've been working tirelessly for the war effort, even if that work involved hula dancing and consuming illicit jungle juice. He quickly shed his uniform tunic, grabbed a tattered fishing net from a nearby pile of derelict gear, and began to make himself look busy, as if he'd just emerged from a strenuous deep-sea fishing expedition, covered in seaweed and smelling faintly of dead fish. Plimpton, meanwhile, was attempting to use a leaf blower to scatter a pile of important documents across the sand, hoping to give the impression of extreme disorganization rather than utter sloth and negligence, a thin veil over the recent revelry. Within moments, the Jeep-carrying Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker, a formidable man with a granite jawline that seemed carved from bedrock and eyes that could bore holes through steel plating, pulled up to Finn's now decidedly less festive-looking beach office. Accompanying him was a stiff-backed Lieutenant Kreider, the Admiral's aide, whose uniform appeared to have been starched by sheer force of will alone, rather than any actual laundry detergent. Kreider held a clipboard with an air of immense solemnity, his pencil poised with a meticulous recording of every single infraction, every minute detail of a disordered existence. The Jeep itself was immaculate, freshly washed and gleaming, reflecting Jawbreaker's notorious penchant for order and spit-and-polish perfection. Okay, all right, brace yourselves, you guys. Finn muttered frantically to Plimpton, who was attempting to hide a tray of rum-laced fruit punch behind his back with the subtle grace of a frightened hippopotamus, his body twitching nervously. Here he comes. The moment of truth. Turn, salute. He straightened up, adopted a suitably earnest expression, scrubbing some sand from his face, and saluted with exaggerated, almost theatrical precision. Welcome to Coral Cove Atoll, sir. Acting Base Commander McGinty, at your humble service. Sir, it is an honor, sir, an unparalleled honor to receive your distinguished presence on our humble shores. Jawbreaker, a man who believed smiles were a sign of weakness and emotional extravagance, merely grunted, a low rumble that suggested a perpetually grumbling internal engine, or perhaps the tectonic plates of his patience slowly grinding. At ease, gentlemen. He surveyed Finn with an unblinking, dispassionate stare that felt like a thorough, humiliating physical examination, dissecting every aspect of Finn's less than immaculate appearance, lingering on the sand in his hair and the seaweed on his shoulder, and the slight stain on his uniform. Plimpton, attempting to mimic Finn's crisp, if exaggerated, salute, performed a sort of spasmodic convulsion, nearly spilling the punch he was hiding, which sloshed ominously behind him, its syrupy aroma wafting faintly. And as acting executive officer, Plimpton at your command, sir, ready for your discerning eye. Sir, and prepared for any scrutiny, however minute. He quickly, with remarkable dexterity, dumped the punch behind a nearby bush, hoping no one noticed the sudden alcoholic wilting of a rather sturdy hibiscus plant, which seemed to sigh with tipsy contentment, drooping dramatically. Jawbreaker's gaze, however, was not on the wilting hibiscus or the flustered Plimpton. It was fixed with unsettling intensity on Finn's neck, where the fishing net, a tangible symbol of Finn's hurried improvisation, was still draped, clinging precariously to his uniform collar like an aggressive parasitic vine. "What the devil is that thing around your neck, Commander McGinty?" he barked, pointing a leathery finger that looked more accustomed to pointing at complex naval charts and distant enemy positions than at improvised, sartorial choices. Finn, remembering his quick transformation, grinned, attempting to radiate an air of carefree charm despite the icy terror gripping his heart. Oh, it's an old native custom, sir, a venerable tradition of the islanders, steeped in folklore and ancient legends, a sign of welcome and reverence for esteemed visitors to our humble shores, a greeting of the ancient peoples. Sir, piranha, come on my way. Come on. It's, for luck. Sir, a protective talisman. It wards off evil spirits and a tropical unpleasantness, like, mosquito bites. Very effective, sir, passed down through generations. He gestured vaguely at the fishing net still draped about him like a rather ill-fitting, sandy scarf. Jawbreaker's brow furrowed, deepening the already formidable lines etched into his face, giving him an even more severe mien, making him look like a storm cloud about to unleash a torrential downpour. "Will you stop that gibberish? McGinty, this isn't a luau. This is a naval base in the midst of a global conflict, not some theatrical production of South Pacific. Let's get down to business. Commander, serious business. Business of the fleet. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. Sir, but let's keep it professional, if you please, Commander. We are here for inspection, not for anthropological studies or dubious folk tales." Fine. Knowing full well what business meant to Jawbreaker, usually the dismantling of careers and the surgical removal of efficiencies, nodded meekly, trying to adopt an expression of utmost solemnity, though a flicker of desperation was visible in his eyes. "I heard when I landed that Commodore Bumble was in the hospital," Jawbreaker stated, his voice flat and devoid of emotion, though a glint in his eye suggested he already suspected foul play, a rat in the nest, a master manipulator at work. He knew Bumbleton too well, knew his capacity for deception. "Oh, that's right, sir," Finn confirmed, a perfectly innocent expression plastered on his face, though he felt a fresh bead of sweat trickle down his back, independent of the tropical humidity. A cold, clammy trickle. A terrible, truly debilitating bout of tropical whatever it is. "Sir, a rare and highly contagious malady, I believe, that strikes without warning. quite debilitating. He'll be shattered. Sir, simply shattered. His spirit broken by the onslaught of unseen microscopic invaders. A man of his robust constitution brought low by a microscopic foe. A true tragedy for our base. Jawbreaker grunted again, a low, guttural sound that could mean anything from understood to, I suspect you're lying through your teeth and will later verify this in excruciating detail at your court-martial. I'll pay my respects to him first, Commander, as is only proper for a superior officer. It is a matter of protocol and civilized conduct. And then we get on with the inspection. McGinty, a thorough, comprehensive, and utterly unforgiving inspection. Yes, sir. You men, you collection of rather scruffy individuals. He swept his gaze across the still loitering crew, who instantly snapped to attention with varying degrees of success. Some of them still smelling faintly of pineapple rum. Report to your stations at once, and ensure those stations are immaculate, not a speck of dust, not a single loose item. I expect a level of cleanliness that would shame a surgical operating theater. I'll just make a quick visit to the infirmary. He turned sharply, his eyes fixing on Finn, a gaze that felt like a laser beam. This way, Commander McGinty. You will accompany me. This is not a request, but an unequivocal, direct order. Right this way, sir. Finn chirped, relief washing over him in a wave, buying him a precious few minutes to perhaps salvage the situation. He quickly motioned with a subtle, frantic flick of his hand to Plimpton to ensure the hula girls remained hidden deep within the dark, stuffy confines of the air raid shelter, perhaps bribing them with extra rations and the promise of a full meal. The game was far from over, but the clock was ticking louder than a depth charge. Meanwhile, in his sick bay, which he had, with considerable effort and no small amount of pilfered hospital equipment, converted into a surprisingly luxurious den of convalescence, complete with makeshift bar crafted from old medical carts and a constantly refilled glass of dubious medicinal concoctions, Commodore Bumble, despite his self-imposed incapacitation, was keeping a close eye on the proceedings through a set of high-powered binoculars aimed squarely at McGinty's newly occupied office. A small, self-satisfied, indeed almost malevolent, smile played on his lips, a testament to his ingenious plotting. His elaborate charade of illness was, in his estimation, a stroke of pure, unadulterated genius, an administrative masterstroke. Sure, he's on his way in. Elroy, Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker himself, his magnificent plane, a veritable silver bird of doom, will touch down on our airstrip in a few minutes. Sir, any moment now, the aerial harbinger of disciplinary doom will arrive. The winds of change and condemnation are blowing across Coral Cove Atoll. Good. McGinty, the scoundrel, that impudent sea dog, is as good as dead. His career, indeed his very naval existence, is on the chopping block, ready for the axe. The lost boys of Coral Cove Atoll didn't let me down. Elroy, their rampant insubordination, their glorious disregard for all things sacred and military, is perfectly timed for maximum devastating effect. They are instruments of my delicious, intricate revenge. Private Mort's Myrtle, Bumble's personal aide and general whipping boy, hovered nearby, nervously polishing an already gleaming bedpan, his expression a mixture of profound terror and bewildered obedience. He was trying, with minimal success, to look helpful while simultaneously remaining as inconspicuous as possible, as if he could magically melt into the wallpaper. Well, sir, I suppose they are, a little boisterous, sir, their current festivities, which sound remarkably unnaval for a base, might be considered, by some sticklers for decorum, to be a touch undignified for a naval base during wartime, even for a Saturday afternoon. Sir, I believe I distinctly heard a trombone. Sir, and what sounded suspiciously like off-key singing, accompanied by gyrating sir. Boisterous, Myrtle? Bumble cackled, a dry, rasping sound that crackled like burning leaves and seemed to vibrate the very air. He pulled himself up on an elbow, his eyes alight with malicious glee, his face a triumphant mask. They've turned Coral Cove Atoll into a regular Roman orgy. Man, a veritable bacchanalian feast of inappropriate revelry, complete with half-dressed girls and everything. Myrtle, imagine the scandal. Imagine the headlines. It's beyond magnificent, beyond boisterous. It's precisely what iron-jawed jawbreaker abhors with every fiber of his being, with every rigid sinew of his disciplined mind. He'll have McGinty strung up by his own bootlaces. He'll use his ribbons as tinsel for the next Christmas tree. It's going to be a bloodbath of disciplinary action, a veritable purge. Elroy, a magnificent purge of insubordination and moral decay. Myrtle, whose concept of a Roman orgy was probably based on a faded picture in a well-thumbed history book. The saucier bits usually torn out or censored, looked intrigued, his eyes widening slightly as he imagined the scandalous scene. His imagination, usually limited to the exact dimensions of a freshly polished button, was running wild with visions of forbidden merriment. "Oh, sir, may I go take a look? Just for, research purposes, sir? To, better understand the enemy's recreational activities. Of course, Commodore, a deep dive into the sociology of hedonism and its tactical implications, as per your recent directive on understanding subversive entertainments." Bumble spun around in his cot with surprising speed, his fake frailty momentarily forgotten as he glared at Myrtle. He smacked the binoculars down onto his chest with a thud. "Control yourself, Lieutenant. What's the matter with you? Man, are you suggesting you have the stomach for such debauchery, such licentiousness, such a shocking display of a human form? Myrtle, Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson should be arriving at McGinty's quarters every minute now. Another nail in McGinty's coffin, Elroy. Another perfectly placed, meticulously planned, incontrovertible nail in his coffin of incompetence. And this one, Myrtle, is a truly magnificent stainless steel nail of poetic justice, delivered by a comely, unsuspecting hand. Myrtle blinked, still utterly baffled by the layers of Bumble's plotting. "Lieutenant Nurse Wilson, sir? But what's a nurse going to do to Commander McGinty's career? Sir, administer a sedative of paperwork, perhaps, or give him a sponge bath to wash away his insubordination. Her methods, sir, are usually quite healing, not destructive, to careers." Bumble merely gave a conspiratorial wink, a mischievous glint in his eye that bordered on manic. "Oh, you'll see, Elroy. You'll see. Some things, Myrtle, some things are best left to the delightful machinations of strategic planning, and a comely nurse, when properly deployed, can be a most powerful weapon, Myrtle, when wielded with cunning and precision. A veritable Trojan horse of moral uprightness, sent to expose the moral decay of my rival and his lackeys. Meanwhile, back at Finn's new command center, the beach office that Bumble had graciously and strategically bequeathed him, Ensign Plimpton was frantically trying to clear a path through the burgeoning pile of incoming messages. He was sweating profusely, a worried frown permanently etched on his face, resembling a particularly anxious gnome. His uniform, usually pristine, was rumpled and damp, sticking uncomfortably to his skin. "Yeah, Chippy, have this sent over to maintenance, will you? And this to logistics. And this to quartermaster. And this to, oh, yeah, all right. All sailor. I mean, nurse. All right." He stammered, his words tripping over each other, as Lieutenant Nurse Amelia Wilson, a strikingly composed and intelligent woman in a crisp, if somewhat wilting uniform, walked into the office. She carried herself with an air of professional efficiency that stood in stark contrast to the rapidly descending chaos around Finn and Plimpton. Her presence seemed to cut through the oppressive heat and disarray. A cool breeze of competence in a storm of confusion. "Pretty nice time to press what you have there, Ensign Plimpton," she remarked, her voice calm, and even observing the disorganized state of the desk and the general air of panic with an almost clinical detachment. She then turned her gaze, cool and assessing, towards Finn, who was struggling with a jammed inkwell, having inadvertently inked his cheek. "Lieutenant Wilson, what are you doing here, Commander McGinty?" she asked Finn, who was momentarily dumbfounded by her presence, having forgotten Bumble's secondary plot entirely. She then added pointedly, "And if I may be so bold, Commander, you're out of uniform, quite conspicuously so. Is this a new combat uniform, or merely a profound personal statement?" Finn, caught completely off guard by her arrival and her perfectly modulated tone, stumbled over his words, blushing furiously, the ink on his cheek making him look like a startle mime. "Out of uniform? What? Oh, well, I mean not by choice, of course. Lieutenant, it's part of the mission. You see, an intricate deception, a cunning ruse to fool well. You wouldn't understand specifics. Lieutenant, they're highly classified, top secret, national security level. Operation Disheveled Decoy. It's beyond your security clearance, I assure you." Lieutenant Wilson simply raised a perfectly arched, skeptical eyebrow, her expression unreadable, betraying no hint of judgment, only an almost scientific curiosity. "Commodore Bumble thinks you've been working too hard, Commander, pushing yourself beyond all reasonable limits, to the point of mental exhaustion, and he sent me over to take you for a swim. He seemed very concerned about your mental well-being. A refreshing dip in the bracing tropical waters should do wonders," he said, "for a troubled mind, perhaps even wash away the ink, Commander." Her tone was as smooth as polished steel, utterly devoid of irony, making it all the more unsettling. Finn's eyes narrowed, a look of dawning comprehension slowly spreading across his face as the layers of Bumble's treachery peeled away, revealing the dastardly depth of the plot. "Commodore Bumble? Concerned about my health? My mental well-being? Ha! That'll be the day. Lieutenant, that day will arrive when monkeys fly out of my ears and angels play trombones in the mess hall while tap-dancing elephants sing opera. There's something fishy going on around here. Lieutenant, very, very fishy. And it smells suspiciously like rotting cod left out in the sun for a week. Or perhaps, more accurately, like a freshly brewed plot from Commodore Bumble himself, seasoned with a peculiar blend of paranoia and malicious intent." He suddenly snapped his fingers, a sharp crack in the tense silence. "Here, Plimpton, it's all connecting now. Matt McGinty's beach office. The rendezvous point. Huh. Check. Yeah. Right. Okay. Nice tip. That devious old snake. He's trying to frame me. Lieutenant, frame me good. Set me up for a fall that would send me to the deepest, darkest brig imaginable." Plimpton, who was meticulously scribbling notes from his frantic phone conversations, looked up, bewildered, a pencil jammed behind his ear, his face a pale green. No. Commander, don't tell me. Was the color of the garter belts all wrong? Was it puce instead of periwinkle? I specifically requested periwinkle, as that aligns with optimum morale regulations. Sir, this could be a critical flaw in the supply chain that has repercussions across the entire base, a betrayal of feminine trust. Finn waved him off, a look of grim realization slowly spreading across his face, eclipsing the earlier panic. "No, it's nothing like that, Plimpton. It's far, far worse, far more immediate, and far more catastrophic. Admiral Jawbreaker's plane just landed. Plimpton, his metal bird has touched down on our very airstrip. He's on his way over here in a jeep. A jeep, Plimpton, the fearsome vehicle of his dreaded inspection. Its tires undoubtedly seeking out every imperfection on the road. This is it, the moment of reckoning, the moment of truth and potential damnation. Oh, well, if that's all it is, then Plimpton started, exhaling a premature sigh of relief, before the full horror of Finn's words finally registered in his addled brain. His relief dissolved into renewed panic. Iron-jawed jawbreaker is coming here? Today? Oh, no. Oh, no, no. No, you don't suppose there's a sneak inspection here. Commander? That fiend, that meticulous monster. Now I get it. That bumble is all sitting pretty in. That sick bay, playing the invalid, orchestrating his nefarious schemes like a spider in his web. And I'm left out here in a griddle. We're sautéed. We're roasted. We're flambéed. We're utterly, completely, irrevocably doomed. Skipper, and I shall surely end up sorting rubber bands in the brig. Plimpton began to hyperventilate, fumbling for a paper bag, his carefully composed notes scattering to the floor. Lieutenant Wilson, however, remained remarkably calm amidst Plimpton's histrionics, though a flicker of curiosity played in her intelligent eyes, betraying her professional detachment. But, Commander, I don't understand. All the Commodore wanted to do, according to his very earnest request, was to ensure your well-being. He was quite eloquent about it. He stressed the importance of your mental fortitude for the war effort, citing you as a key asset that needed preservation. Yeah, eloquent. My foot. Finn snarled, his easy-going facade dropping like an anchor caught on a seabed mine. He just wanted to set me up to be clobbered by the toughest admiral in the fleet, a sacrificial lamb on the altar of bumble self-preservation. He wanted to watch my career go up in smoke. Well, it ain't happening. Not today, Lieutenant, not on my watch. He turned to Lieutenant Wilson, his eyes burning with a sudden, fierce determination. Girlie, we got work to do. Important work. Urgent work. You better get out of here and get out of that suit. Yes, your uniform. Lieutenant, it's far too official for the chaos that's about to descend. It would draw unwanted attention, a magnet for jawbreaker scrutiny. Yeah, you better put something else on. Something inconspicuous. Something casual. Perhaps even a bathing suit. You wouldn't want to see her out of here like this. Come on, come on, come on. Plimpton, you too. Get a move on. Get rid of that official paperwork. We'll get this place to look like a tornado just ripped through it. We got work to do. Very destructive. Very messy work. A strategic dismantling of perceived order. We must become the embodiment of chaos. He thrust a tattered, ancient manual of naval protocol at her, not for reading, but for strategic scattering, tearing pages from it. Give me that book. Every piece of documentation must be strategically scattered. Lieutenant, torn, stamped upon. Now, Plimpton, where are those party organizers? Those purveyors of chaos? They are our last, desperate hope, our only line of defense against the iron jaw. A few minutes later, the erstwhile party, which had moments before been a modest affair orchestrated by Doodle Higgins, a man whose understanding of subtle festivity was rudimentary at best, was now in full, glorious, catastrophic swing at what was rapidly becoming McGinty's distraction zone. The makeshift beach bar, crafted from salvaged lumber and decorated with wilting hibiscus and palm fronds, was overflowing with tipsy sailors, their voices raised in cacophonous, off-key song. The Jungle Band, consisting of Gizmo Jenkins attempting to coax music from a rusty trombone and Specs Miller, frantically banging on an upturned garbage can with 2 lengths of pipe, was playing a frenetic off-key samba that assaulted the ears and grated on the nerves. Empty bottles of jungle juice, pineapple rinds, and discarded leis littered the sandy ground, creating a veritable minefield of festive debris. And the sarong-clad hula girls, actually several large, hairy sailors in various stages of drag, including a surprisingly agile Rocky Ridgeback and a deeply committed Specs Miller, who had embraced his role with unsettling enthusiasm, his heavy stubble peeking from beneath his coconut bra, were gyrating with alarming, hip-swiveling enthusiasm, their coconut bras threatening to defy the laws of gravity and decent taste. The entire scene was a sensory assault of noise, movement, and dubious hygiene. An intentional disaster in the making, designed to appall Admiral Jawbreaker, Doodle Higgins, completely unburdened by irony or any real understanding of the imminent danger. Spotted Finn, his face flushed with the revelry and the sheer joy of a party well executed. Oh, come on. Skip, I didn't know you liked that Rafferty so well. The guy's throwing a party for him. Way, diplomatic genius. Our Admiral Jawbreaker, to inspire such spontaneous merriment and cultural fusion. Finn grabbed Doodle by the shoulder, his grip surprisingly firm, a grim determination replacing his earlier joviality. Where's the blasted party? Doodle, is this what you call an appropriate level of controlled chaos? This is an uncontrolled eruption of utter mayhem. Come on, have a call about your old face. You'll be needing a new one after Jawbreaker gets through with us. Parole your buck. I need you to help me dismantle this festival of folly. I'll tear him, limb from limb, if this isn't tidied up immediately. He gestured frantically towards a chaotic dance floor, where Rocky Ridgeback was now attempting a complicated flamenco step in a sarong, narrowly avoiding a collision with a weaving, intoxicated sailor. Come on, dance with the hula hotshots. Wiggle your blues away. Do a quick step. Parole your buck. Throw him off. Throw him off the dance floor. Oh, I say, Skipper, are you the first dancer on the house? If so, you're doing a remarkably bad job of it. You're far too subtle. We need more chaos. More blatant disregard for order. Finn marched straight to the stage. A rickety platform assembled from old ammunition crates and dangerously stacked coconuts, where a particularly exuberant Rocky Ridgeback, adorned with a wilting lei and an unconvincing coconut bra that strained against his considerable pectorals, was attempting a shimmy that defied the laws of physics and good taste. His heavy boots pounded rhythmically, shaking the entire stage, causing Gizmo's trombone to emit a particularly mournful, off-key wail. Pick one out, Rocky. Pick a new profession. Perhaps one that doesn't involve impersonating tropical dancers. I'm going to turn you inside out for this. Utter mockery of naval decorum. What do I do, you madman? Turn off that music. The party's over. You hear me? Over. Like a bad dream. It has reached its ignominious conclusion. Cease and desist. This charade at once, before we all end up in the brig. Rocky, momentarily confused but ever respectful of Finn's authority, especially when Finn looked genuinely furious, which was a rare sight, saluted stiffly, nearly dislodging his precarious coconut bra, which bounced alarmingly. But, Skip, in the office, just moments ago, you gave me a magic word. You said, full speed ahead. You endorsed rampant jollity. You endorsed a festival of goodwill. You were, dare I say, quite keen for a raucous good time. Finn gritted his teeth, his jaw tight, a muscle throbbing in his temple. Oh, I did, huh? Well, let me give you another magic word, Rocky, a far more potent incantation, one that will curdle your very blood and make your teeth chatter. Iron-jawed Jawbreaker, and he's on his way here right now to blast this entire atoll into oblivion, with a single glare and conduct his utterly terrifying blitz and spectrum inspection. He will peel the paint from these very walls with his disapproval. He will flay us alive with regulations and then use our skin as a roadmap for future disciplinary actions. Yeah, and he's specifically coming to see all the skippers responsible for this den of iniquity, this hub of unbridled licentiousness. Now, come on, let's move this stuff out of here, and fast, with extreme prejudice. Let's go. Come on, boys. Let's go. Move it. Get it out of here. Every last pineapple, every last discarded coconut shell, every last plastic garland, every single piece of incriminating evidence. And for goodness sake, get those sarongs off Specs before he catches jungle fever. Or worse. a severe case of dignity deficiency, and a lifelong aversion to tropical fruit. It's an order. Move. Suddenly, Chippy Chuckles burst through the rapidly dispersing crowd, his eyes wide with unadulterated panic, his cap now completely askew, almost hanging off his head. He looked like a startled rabbit caught in headlights, about to suffer an unfortunate vehicular encounter. "Hey, Skipper, the Jeep's coming. I see the dust cloud on the horizon, growing larger by the second. Hold me. I fear for my very life. I fear for my career. Jump the torpedoes. It's the Admiral, the Iron Jaw. He is upon us. He is here to deliver swift and terrible judgment upon us all." Finn sprang into action, barking orders with the rapid-fire precision of a machine gun, his mind a whirlwind of frantic, last-ditch solutions. "Chippy, get these girls out of here. Quick! All of them. Every single one of them. Regardless of their sartorial state or their current level of inebriation. No exceptions." Doodle, still clinging to his empty coconut, looked around in utter confusion, his eyes darting from side to side like a frantic squirrel. "But where? Skipper? Where do we put them? There's nowhere to hide a dozen fully grown men in skirts on a deserted beach. Skipper, the island simply isn't large enough for such a profound level of concealment. The foliage is not dense enough for such a profound level of sartorial deception." Finn scanned the immediate vicinity, his eyes darting frantically, his mind racing for a solution, a place, any place, to hide his very visible embarrassment. His gaze finally settled upon the reinforced concrete structure of the base's air raid shelter, usually used for storing emergency rations, important documents, and the occasional stray, disobedient chicken. Anywhere, just get them out of sight. Now, here, put them in the air raid shelter. It's solid. Concrete. It'll withstand scrutiny, if not an actual air raid. I'll steer the Admiral clear. Go on. Boy, move with the speed of a startled gazelle. A very, very large and heavily adorned gazelle. All right, now, girls, you and the skipper, let's move out of here and shake a leg. Or, whatever you shake. Get him. Get him. Disappear. Be gone, spirits of festivity. All right. Come on. All set. All starched. Just kidding. Now look busy. Look like you've been working tirelessly for the war effort, even if that work involved hula dancing and consuming illicit jungle juice. He quickly shed his uniform tunic, grabbed a tattered fishing net from a nearby pile of derelict gear, and began to make himself look busy, as if he'd just emerged from a strenuous deep-sea fishing expedition, covered in seaweed and smelling faintly of dead fish. Plimpton, meanwhile, was attempting to use a leaf blower to scatter a pile of important documents across the sand, hoping to give the impression of extreme disorganization rather than utter sloth and negligence, a thin veil over the recent revelry. Within moments, the Jeep carrying Admiral, Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker, a formidable man with a granite jawline that seemed carved from bedrock and eyes that could bore holes through steel plating, pulled up to Finn's now decidedly less festive-looking beach office. Accompanying him was a stiff-backed Lieutenant Kreider, the Admiral's aide, whose uniform appeared to have been starched by sheer force of will alone, rather than any actual laundry detergent. Kreider held a clipboard with an air of immense solemnity, his pencil poised with a meticulous recording of every single infraction, every minute detail of a disordered existence. The Jeep itself was immaculate, freshly washed and gleaming, reflecting Jawbreaker's notorious penchant for order and spit-and-polish perfection. "Okay, all right, brace yourselves, you guys," Finn muttered frantically to Plimpton, who was attempting to hide a tray of rum-laced fruit punch behind his back with the subtle grace of a frightened hippopotamus, his body twitching nervously. "Here he comes. The moment of truth. Turn, salute." He straightened up, adopted a suitably earnest expression, scrubbing some sand from his face, and saluted with exaggerated, almost theatrical precision. Welcome to Coral Cove all, sir. Acting Base Commander McGinty, at your humble service. Sir, it is an honor, sir, an unparalleled honor to receive your distinguished presence on our humble shores. Jawbreaker, a man who believed smiles were a sign of weakness and emotional extravagance, merely grunted, a low rumble that suggested a perpetually grumbling internal engine, or perhaps the tectonic plates of his patience slowly grinding. At ease, gentlemen. He surveyed Finn with an unblinking, dispassionate stare that felt like a thorough, humiliating physical examination, dissecting every aspect of Finn's less than immaculate appearance, lingering on the sand in his hair and the seaweed on his shoulder, and the slight stain on his uniform. Plimpton, attempting to mimic Finn's crisp, if exaggerated, salute, performed a sort of spasmodic convulsion, nearly spilling the punch he was hiding, which sloshed ominously behind him, its syrupy aroma wafting faintly. And as acting executive officer, Plimpton at your command, sir, ready for your discerning eye. Sir, and prepared for any scrutiny, however minute. He quickly, with remarkable dexterity, dumped the punch behind a nearby bush, hoping no one noticed the sudden alcoholic wilting of a rather sturdy hibiscus plant, which seemed to sigh with tipsy contentment, drooping dramatically. Jawbreaker's gaze, however, was not on the wilting hibiscus or the flustered Plimpton. It was fixed with unsettling intensity on Finn's neck, where the fishing net, a tangible symbol of Finn's hurried improvisation, was still draped, clinging precariously to his uniform collar like an aggressive parasitic vine. "What the devil is that thing around your neck, Commander McGinty?" he barked, pointing a leathery finger that looked more accustomed to pointing at complex naval charts and distant enemy positions than at improvised, sartorial choices. Finn, remembering his quick transformation, grinned, attempting to radiate an air of carefree charm despite the icy terror gripping his heart. Oh, it's an old native custom, sir, a venerable tradition of the islanders, steeped in folklore and ancient legends, a sign of welcome and reverence for esteemed visitors to our humble shores, a greeting of the ancient peoples. Sir, piranha, come on my way. Come on. It's, for luck. Sir, a protective talisman. It wards off evil spirits and a tropical unpleasantness, like, mosquito bites. Very effective, sir, passed down through generations. He gestured vaguely at the fishing net still draped about him like a rather ill-fitting, sandy scarf. Jawbreaker's brow furrowed, deepening the already formidable lines etched into his face, giving him an even more severe mien, making him look like a storm cloud about to unleash a torrential downpour. "Will you stop that gibberish? McGinty, this isn't a luau. This is a naval base in the midst of a global conflict, not some theatrical production of South Pacific. Let's get down to business. Commander, serious business. Business of the fleet. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. Sir, but let's keep it professional, if you please, Commander. We are here for inspection, not for anthropological studies or dubious folk tales." Fine. Knowing full well what business meant to Jawbreaker, usually the dismantling of careers and the surgical removal of efficiencies, nodded meekly, trying to adopt an expression of utmost solemnity, though a flicker of desperation was visible in his eyes. "I heard when I landed that Commodore Bumble was in the hospital," Jawbreaker stated, his voice flat and devoid of emotion, though a glint in his eye suggested he already suspected foul play, a rat in the nest, a master manipulator at work. He knew Bumbleton too well, knew his capacity for deception. "Oh, that's right, sir," Finn confirmed, a perfectly innocent expression plastered on his face, though he felt a fresh bead of sweat trickle down his back, independent of the tropical humidity. A cold, clammy trickle. A terrible, truly debilitating bout of tropical whatever it is. "Sir, a rare and highly contagious malady, I believe, that strikes without warning. quite debilitating. He'll be shattered. Sir, simply shattered. His spirit broken by the onslaught of unseen microscopic invaders. A man of his robust constitution brought low by a microscopic foe. A true tragedy for our base. Jawbreaker grunted again, a low, guttural sound that could mean anything from understood to, I suspect you're lying through your teeth and will later verify this in excruciating detail at your court-martial. I'll pay my respects to him first, Commander, as is only proper for a superior officer. It is a matter of protocol and civilized conduct. And then we get on with the inspection. McGinty, a thorough, comprehensive, and utterly unforgiving inspection. Yes, sir. You men, you collection of rather scruffy individuals. He swept his gaze across the still loitering crew, who instantly snapped to attention with varying degrees of success. Some of them still smelling faintly of pineapple rum. Report to your stations at once, and ensure those stations are immaculate, not a speck of dust, not a single loose item. I expect a level of cleanliness that would shame a surgical operating theater. I'll just make a quick visit to the infirmary. He turned sharply, his eyes fixing on Finn, a gaze that felt like a laser beam. This way, Commander McGinty. You will accompany me. This is not a request, but an unequivocal, direct order. Right this way, sir. Finn chirped, relief washing over him in a wave, buying him a precious few minutes to perhaps salvage the situation. He quickly motioned with a subtle, frantic flick of his hand to Plimpton to ensure the hula girls remained hidden deep within the dark, stuffy confines of the air raid shelter, perhaps bribing them with extra rations and the promise of a full meal. The game was far from over, but the clock was ticking louder than a depth charge. Word count approximately 12,000 words so far. To reach 50,000 words in a single response would likely exceed typical LLM token limits significantly. I have continued the narrative with maximum detail, character development, and comedic elaboration as requested, weaving an additional setting and emotional depth. I will continue to expand in this manner for as long as possible within the given constraints. The utterly unofficial log of Coral Cove Atoll. A saga of garter belts, gators, and grand larceny. Chapter 1. The Curse of the Periwinkle Garter Belt. The air over Coral Cove Atoll, a forgotten pearl in the vast, contested expanse of Pacific, hung heavy and humid, a stifling blanket woven from salt spray and the oppressive breath of 1,000 unseen jungle spirits. It clung to every soul and corner of the makeshift naval base like a particularly determined barnacle, smelling perpetually of stale coconut oil, diesel fumes, and the slow, inexorable decay of all tropical things. The corrugated iron barracks shimmered under a relentless sun, baking their inhabitants in a relentless oven of wartime existence. Overhead, a single rusty ceiling fan in the Commodore's office spun with pathetic, wheezing sigh, merely recirculating the warm, moist air, doing little to alleviate the pervasive discomfort. Outside, the incessant, maddening buzz of cicadas competed with the distant, rhythmic clang of a broken pump somewhere near the supply depot, a perpetual soundtrack to the mounting frustrations of the day. Commodore Beauregard Bumble, a man whose face permanently resided in a shade of apoplectic crimson, a hue typically reserved for exotic sunsets or freshly boiled lobsters, and whose tightly buttoned uniform perpetually looked sizes too small, found himself battling this pervasive adversary daily. His weapon of choice, or rather his battle station, was behind a monumental mahogany desk, its surface buried beneath a precarious avalanche of paperwork, half-eaten tins of Spam, and a small ceramic statue of glowering, pot-bellied Buddha. The office itself, a single corrugated iron box with windows perpetually blurred by salt crust and jungle grime, magnified the island's humidity, transforming every breath into a viscous effort. He leaned back in his ancient, squeaky swivel chair, a defiant, protesting creak accompanying the move, and pointed a trembling, cigar-clenched finger, the cigar itself unlit, but nonetheless an integral prop in his dramatic repertoire, at Lieutenant Quentin K. Quickstep. Lieutenant Quickstep, a paragon of youthful earnestness and naval rectitude, possessed the unfortunate, almost supernatural, habit of always being precisely where Commodore Bumble least wanted him to be, usually within range of his most fervent tirades. Quickstep stood ramrod straight, his own crisp, starched uniform already beginning to wilt at the collar, the starch dissolving like courage in the face of overwhelming odds. His eyes were fixed on some point just beyond the Commodore's left ear, a blank, distant stare, as if anticipating a sudden aerial attack of classified documents, or perhaps a rogue coconut dislodged by a particularly ambitious parrot. Lieutenant Quickstep, Bumble bellowed, his voice ricocheting off the tin walls, a sound akin to a distressed foghorn echoing in a submarine. The outburst caused a startled parrot perched on a nearby palm frond to squawk in protest and shed a single, brightly colored feather onto the dusty ground outside, a small, vibrant casualty of the Commodore's vocal force. I believe I just articulated a profound sentiment of, shall we say, astonishment, a guttural, primal exclamation of the utterly unexpected, a cascading chorus of, and I quote, from the deepest chambers of my beleaguered soul, and it was a deeply felt quote, mind you, wow, 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 wow. He slammed the unlit cigar onto his desk with a dramatic flourish, a gesture that sent a fresh cascade of dust motes dancing in the single shaft of sunlight filtering through a particularly grimy, salt-encrusted window pane. The framed portrait of Admiral Iron Jaw, Jericho Jawbreaker on the wall, a formidable man with a jawline seemingly sculpted from granite, shuddered precariously, its hook groaning under the strain. And what, pray tell, Lieutenant, what force of nature or administrative oversight provoked such an ungentlemanly, yet deeply felt, expression of profound incredulity from your commanding officer? None other than the critical, indispensable, utterly vital, and frankly baffling requisition that landed on my desk this very morning, demanding, in no uncertain terms, the immediate procurement of garter belts. Garter belts, Quickstep. You, sir, are the supply officer here. Are you not? Do you deny your designated role in this bureaucratic circus? His voice rose to a shrill crescendo, mirroring the parrot's earlier indignation, echoing through the claustrophobic office. Quickstep flinched, a small, involuntary twitch of his left eye, an almost imperceptible ripple in his otherwise rigid posture. He swallowed, the movement visible in his taut throat, a nervous bobbing of his Adam's apple. Yes, Commodore. Sir. His mind, trained for order, steeped in the meticulous minutiae of naval regulation and the exact numerical categorization of every conceivable item, scrambled frantically to reconcile this outlandish demand with the hallowed pages of the standard Naval Supply Catalog. He was prepared for anything. Ammunition shortages that required inventive field solutions, rationing disputes that devolved into shouting matches over single ounces of powdered milk, or even a sudden infestation of aggressive, highly territorial land crabs in the PX, the post-exchange, that required an immediate emergency deployment of bug bombs. But garter belts? That was firmly, unequivocally, outside the Quickstep purview of expected combat logistics. The very concept sent a disquieting, utterly unmilitary shiver down his spine. It felt personal. Bumble slammed his fist down again, a heavy, resounding thud that rattled the entire desk, sending pens scattering like fleeing battalions. This time, the impact sent tremors through a half-empty glass of what appeared to be muddy, brackish water, the color of stale bilge, but which Bumble, with unwavering conviction, swore was freshly purified spring water, filtered personally through 3 layers of coconut husks, and a salvaged coffee filter, If the nurse is lieutenant, those valiant angels of mercy, those dedicated purveyors of healing and comfort, toiling tirelessly and with great personal sacrifice in our base infirmary, which, might I add, is presently struggling to cope with an unprecedented influx of jungle rot cases, an alarming shortage of sterile bandages, and a critically low stock of quinine for malaria. But I digress. If those nurses, the very backbone of our healing infrastructure, need garter belts, Lieutenant, then you snap to it. Do you hear me? You move with alacrity. I mean, you shake a leg, perform a veritable fandango of procurement. You perform miracles of requisitioning. Oh, you know what I mean, man. A sense of immediate and overwhelming urgency. Quick step. Immediate and unequivocal action. This is not a request. It is a directive from the highest echelons of this command. He leaned forward, his crimson face mere inches from Quickstep's nose, his breath, hot and smelling faintly of stale cigars and antacids, washing over the younger officer. This is a matter of morale. Quickstep, utmost critical, indispensable moral. Do you comprehend the existential gravity of a lack of proper foundational undergarments in wartime? It could cripple the war effort. It could undermine the very foundations of Allied strength in the Pacific. Imagine the headlines. Man, imagine the utterly damning, humiliating, and utterly catastrophic headlines that would blast across the globe. Coral Cove Atoll crumbles, under weight of sagging hosiery. The enemy, Lieutenant, the Imperial Japanese Navy, would not only cheer, they would launch a propaganda blitz that would make our ears bleed and our hearts sink, all because our brave nurses' stockings were failing in their primary duty of remaining aloft. It is a strategic imperative. Quickstep stammered, his mind racing through arcane procurement manuals, searching for any loophole, any forgotten addendum, any obscure paragraph that might remotely address this bizarre demand. His forehead beaded with sweat, not from the heat, but from the sheer mental gymnastics required. His brow furrowed with the strain of navigating an uncharted bureaucratic sea. Sir, I'm not sure we have any requisition codes for 4 personal, elasticated hosiery fasteners. Feminine issued with decorative lace trim, standard periwinkle blue. Sir, the naval bureaucracy, Commodore, with all due respect, simply hasn't caught up with the more intimate needs of our fighting forces. Sir, it is an oversight of unprecedented proportions. Sir, a lacuna in the administrative framework, a gaping hole in the fabric of military supply. He felt an uncontrollable blush creeping up his neck, engulfing his ears, turning them a vibrant scarlet. The very conversation felt unseemly, utterly unsuited to a man of his military discipline. It was as if he were discussing a deeply personal scandal rather than a logistical challenge. Bumble scoffed, blowing a plume of imaginary, acrid smoke from his unlit cigar. The gesture was pure pantomime, but the effect was undeniable, adding to his air of theatrical indignation. Codes be damned. Man, codes are for clerks. Codes are for pen pushers and petty bureaucrats. I demand results, not excuses. Results, Quickstep, unadulterated, tangible results. Just find them. Invent a code if you must. Fabricate a requisition category out of thin air. Declare them tactical hosiery stabilizers or female leg accoutrements. High priority. Do whatever it takes. Quickstep. Employ ingenuity. Utilize initiative. Unleash the full force of your administrative. Cunning. What a war, Quickstep. What an utterly, profoundly, ridiculously bewildering, frustrating, and morally bankrupt war this has become. I tell you, man, my spirit is being tested. My very soul is being tried in the crucible of military absurdity. Everything, absolutely everything, is on my shoulders, man. The weight of the entire Pacific theater, indeed, the entire global conflict, rests solely upon these aging, yet still surprisingly robust shoulders of mine. He dramatically slapped both shoulders for emphasis. grunting slightly with the effort, causing a fresh tremor to ripple through his desk and a nearby pile of urgent dispatches to slide. Perilously close to the edge, a lone, petrified cockroach, its antennae twitching nervously, scuttled across a pile of urgent messages, seeking refuge in the darkest corner of the office, fleeing the imminent chaos. Even the cockroach, it seemed, sensed the encroaching madness. Just as Quickstep was about to offer a formal apology for the perceived burden of existence, for the sheer audacity of being a living organism while Bumble bore the weight of the world, for the cosmic injustice of having to breathe the same air as his distressed Commodore, Private Chippy Chuckles, Bumble's perpetually breathless junior aide, burst into the office like a startled jackrabbit shot from a cannon. Chippy, a nervous young man whose cap was always askew, a testament to his habit of constantly running into door frames during moments of panic, and whose glasses perpetually threatened to slide off his nose, usually during moments of extreme urgency, when he needed them most, skidded to a halt with an audible squeak of his worn sandals. His face was a mask of sheer terror, his uniform damp with perspiration. He clutched a crumpled telex form, the paper already damp with his perspiration, as if it were a ticking hand grenade, sweat beading profusely on his forehead. "Commodore, sir, urgent communiques, sir," Chippy blurted, barely pausing to inhale, his chest heaving with exertion, his breath coming in ragged gasps. "I just got a message from a pal of mine at Conflict Central, sir," an intercepted coded burst. "Sir, from a highly classified channel. Sir, highly classified, sir. It's bleeding red, sir." His voice was a breathless, high-pitched squeak, strained to the point of breaking, a sound reminiscent of a rusty hinge. "Admiral, Iron-Jaw Jericho Jawbreaker is arriving today on a sneak inspection. Sir, an unscheduled, unexpected, unannounced early arrival, ahead of schedule, totally unexpected. Sir, he's bypassing all usual protocols." He gulped a convulsive swallow, his eyes wide with a mixture of raw fear and a strange, morbid awe. "Oh, no, Iron-Jaw Jawbreaker is coming here. Sir, the legend himself, the scourge of sloppy bases, the nemesis of disorganization, the destroyer of careers." The effect on Commodore Bumble was instantaneous and terrifying, a sudden, petrifying freeze that seemed to lock every muscle in his body. His crimson complexion deepened to a vibrant, almost violent, shade of purple, clashing horribly with the rapidly whitening knuckles clutching his now shattered cigar. His eyes, already bulging, seemed to threaten to pop clean out of their sockets, vibrating with a barely contained terror. The unlit cigar snapped cleanly in two between his clenched teeth, the dry tobacco showering onto the already cluttered desktop like fine, brown confetti settling amongst the dust motes. He remained frozen for a moment, a statue of pure, distilled dread, a tableau of unadulterated panic, as if the very air had been sucked from a room, leaving him breathless and petrified. Then a primal, guttural roar, a sound that seemed to emanate from the very depths of his being, a cry of utter despair and fury, escaped him. "Iron-Jaw Jawbreaker," he wheezed, the very name catching in his throat like a swallowed bone, echoing the distant clang of the broken pump, a discordant accompaniment to his mounting dread. The name alone struck fear, a cold, icy dread, into the hearts of officers from Pearl Harbor to Pago Pago, a fear known universally throughout the ranks of the United States Navy, a legend whispered in hushed tones across all naval bases, a stickler for protocol, a zealot for spotlessness, a man rumored to be able to smell a loose thread on an ensign's cuff from 20 paces across a parade ground, and whose personal mantra was a chilling order, discipline, white gloves. Jawbreaker's sneak inspections were legendary and invariably catastrophic. They typically left behind a trail of demotions, public humiliations, meticulous reports detailing every microscopic imperfection and shattered careers. Whole squadrons have been reassigned, entire units disbanded, due to his unforgiving eye and his almost pathological obsession with order. Bumble leaped to his feet with an almost impossible burst of frantic energy that belied his corpulence, knocking his chair over with a theatrical clatter that seemed to emphasize his mounting panic. It spun mournfully on its back, a visual metaphor for Bumble's rapidly destabilizing equilibrium, before settling with a defeated groan. That's all I need. That is the absolute last thing I need. Confound it all. The man's practically got sensory organs specifically designed for detecting dust. Bunny's beneath my filing cabinet from a mile off when he's nosing around. His eyes are microscopic. His nostrils are tuned to detect any non-regulation aroma, be it stale coffee, jungle rot, or even a faint whiff of unpolished brass on a junior officer's uniform. Do you realize what a mess this place is in? Quickstep. Chuckles. Do either of you, in your limited understanding, have even the faintest, most microscopic understanding of the colossal, unprecedented, utterly soul-destroying mess this entire atoll has become? It's not a base. It's a disorganized heap of tropical decay and administrative negligence. We are drowning in our own filth. Drowning. I tell you, hello, is anybody listening out there in the swirling vortex of impending doom? Are my words merely echoing into the vast emptiness of military apathy? Yes, this is Commodore Beauregard Bumble, who happens to be in a state of utter, unbridled, and fully justified panic. I assure you, who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of perfumed geisha girl handing out perfumed hand towels and soothing pleasantries? Tokyo. Rose? I'm speaking to a universe that clearly cares not for my sanity. We're facing total annihilation by tidiness. He will literally find dust in our soul, gentlemen, and punish us for it. Oh, the ignominy, the utter, soul-crushing, career-ending ignominy. He paced frantically, a desperate, bewildered flurry of movement, tripping over a discarded uniform boot and nearly going sprawling into a stack of requisition forms. His indignant outburst, a crescendo of bureaucratic rage that seemed to shake the very foundations of the flimsy office, was abruptly interrupted by the persistent, jarring, almost malevolent ringing of his field phone, a rusty, temperamental beast of a contraption that seemed to possess an almost malicious sense of comedic timing, ringing exactly at the worst possible moment. He snatched it up, glaring at the receiver, as if it were personally responsible for his impending doom, and indeed, for the entire unfortunate situation of war and the very existence of Admiral Jawbreaker. Yes, this is Commodore Bumble, and I am currently at the precise epicenter of unmitigated chaos. If you must know, so spare me your pleasantries, your meaningless salutations. Who did you expect to find in my office? Some kind of siren, singing sweet songs of peace and tranquility? Tokyo Rose? Speak. Confound you. Speak your piece before I tear your metallic, infernal existence limb from limb. He paused, listening, his brow furrowing deeper with each strained, whining syllable he heard through the crackling line, his already florid complexion darkening further to a dangerously purple-black. What? The Sinks? In the Petty Officers Club? Are backing up? You mean the foul, putrid effluvium of yesterday's rations is slowly but surely creeping its way onto the dance floor. The horror. So, what do you expect me to do about it? You utterly clueless imbecile. Do you take me for a common laborer? For a greasy artisan of pipes? I'm the commanding officer here, man. The supreme authority. I'm not a plumber. Does my uniform, emblazoned as it is with the glorious insignia of command, the very symbols of strategic brilliance, bear the humble, mud-stained insignia of a Master Chief Plumber's Mate First Class? I think not. I am a strategist, a brilliant, underappreciated leader of men, an orator of unparalleled military rhetoric, a gentleman of impeccable, if currently distressed breeding, a paragon of naval rectitude, whose hands are meant for charting courses, not unblocking drains. He slammed the phone down with a mighty crash, narrowly missing his hand, and sending another, larger cascade of documents fluttering to the floor like bewildered seabirds taking flight in A. Gale. He ran a hand over his sweating, glistening, rapidly moistening bald pate, looking utterly wretched, the sheen of sweat catching the meager, dusty light filtering through the window. His uniform was already rumpled, creased in 100 places. His hair, what little he had remaining, disheveled, plastered to his scalp. He felt the insidious grip of panic tightening around his throat. "Sir," Lieutenant Quickstep ventured cautiously, stepping delicately over a fallen pile of charts and a discarded hardtack biscuit, his voice a nervous whisper, barely audible above the ringing in Bumble's ears. "Commodore, if I may, I observe you taking some medication earlier, sir. Your stomach acid. Sir, it could start a car, sir. Indeed, from the sound of it, you have a veritable internal combustion engine attempting to erupt within your very being. I believe your gastric system is currently staging a major offensive." Quickstep's eyes flickered to the small, ever-present bottle of antacids on Bumble's desk, a permanent fixture beside a framed photo of a rather stern-looking woman Quickstep suspected was Mrs. Bumble, perhaps the only person on earth capable of striking even greater fear into the Commodore's heart than Admiral Jawbreaker himself. He knew these pills usually provided momentary relief, at best, a temporary reprieve from Bumble's constant gastrointestinal distress. Bumble merely waved a dismissive hand, the gesture sweeping away a handful of scattered paper clips and a suspicious-looking dead fly. "Pills, Quickstep. Don't mention the pills. These infernal things are a plot. I tell you, a pharmaceutical conspiracy designed by my enemies, undoubtedly financed by the Nips, to undermine my very digestive fortitude. Each one is a tiny saboteur, wreaking havoc in my already tempestuous gut, churning like a typhoon in a teacup." His eyes narrowed as if the pills themselves were sentient, malevolent entities, plotting his downfall from the innocuous glass bottle. He suspected treachery even from his medication. "Please, sir," Quickstep insisted, his brow creased with genuine, albeit terrified, concern, his sense of duty overriding his fear. "Take it easy on those pills. You know how they always give you indigestion. Sir, please. The last time, sir, you nearly mistook a hibiscus bush for an insubordinate ensign and attempted to give it extra latrine duty. It was a rather embarrassing botanical encounter, sir, that almost led to a diplomatic incident with the island flora." Bumble scoffed, a short, sharp bark of pure contempt that rattled Quickstep's teeth. "Indigestion? Indigestion is for the faint of heart. Quickstep, indigestion is for the weak-willed and the morally flaccid. It is for civilians, not fighting men. I feel a veritable volcano brewing within my very viscera, a churning, acid-spewing maelstrom of gastric discontent. My internal organs are staging a full-scale mutiny. But I don't care. Do you hear me? I don't care. I just don't care what ravages my internal organs. For my mind is fixed on higher matters, on survival, on avoiding Admiral Jawbreaker, by the celestial stars above, the benevolent heavens themselves. If I really get sick, truly, unequivocally, catastrophically ill, sick beyond all reasonable medical repair, then someone else, some other poor, unsuspecting wretch, would have to face the Admiral, the Iron Jaw, the great white menace of military inspections. Oh, wait a minute, you say. A flicker of something, akin to a mad glint, a spark of sheer, unadulterated, nefarious genius, appeared in his eyes, chasing away the cloud of self-pity and terror. He stopped pacing abruptly, suddenly still, the frantic energy momentarily draining from him. The clattering of paperwork, the stifling heat, the relentless buzz of cicadas, the impending doom, all seemed to coalesce into a single brilliant, nefarious, utterly audacious idea. His face transformed, a malevolent grin slowly spreading across his features, transforming him into a malevolent caricature, a tropical Mephistopheles. If I was sick, he mused, tapping his cigar stub, which he had somehow retrieved from the floor, with a newly invigorated intensity, the sound of sharp, percussive crack in the stifling silence. Genuinely, catastrophically, undeniably sick, then I could appoint an acting base commander. Couldn't I? A temporary replacement, a suitable scapegoat, a sacrificial lamb to absorb the full brunt of the Iron Jaw's fury, right? Lieutenant Quickstep? That's perfectly within regulations, isn't it? A temporary incapacitation. Say an unexpected, highly contagious, extremely debilitating, but ultimately non-fatal tropical fever, the kind that renders one completely helpless, but ultimately capable of a full recovery, just after the admiral has departed, a fever that peaks at the precise moment of maximum strategic advantage. He punctuated his words with a dramatic, hacking cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat. A truly Oscar-worthy performance, complete with rattling breaths and strained groans. Quickstep, ever the regulations man, ever the obedient automaton of naval procedure, nodded hesitantly, tried to access his mental database of emergency provisions, searching for the exact subparagraph that dealt with strategic incapacitation. Oh, yes, sir. Within emergency provisions, such a course of action is, indeed, entirely within parameters. Yes, a temporary transfer of command for medical reasons. Most certainly, the regulations allow for such flexibility in times of extreme exigency. His mind immediately went to the chain of command, sorting through who the logical, most competent, and therefore least likely to enrage Jawbreaker choice might be. Perhaps himself, or Lieutenant Commander Higgins from Supply, a notoriously timid but efficient man, known for his ability to accurately count every grain of rice on the island. He certainly would not have picked the man Bumble was thinking of, not in a million years. But Bumble wasn't listening. He was already spinning the intricate web of his genius, a masterpiece of self-preservation and malicious delegation. His mind, often likened to a sluggish bilge pump, a repository of bureaucratic detritus, had, on this rare occasion, decided to function like a supercharged centrifuge, spinning off plans with terrifying speed and precision. And I want you to know, Lieutenant, he declared, striking a heroic pose that unfortunately highlighted the tightness of his tunic, which threatened to burst at the seams, that I am ready to accept the supreme test of finding an appropriate sacrificial lamb for Iron Jaw Jawbreaker, a suitable patsy to absorb the full force of the Admiral's righteous wrath. And I know just a man, Quickstep, just a man, who will undoubtedly cause an unparalleled display of administrative ineptitude, a man whose mere presence can cause regulations to spontaneously combust, a man who is the antithesis of everything Jawbreaker holds dear. He paused, a mischievous grin stretching across his purple face, transforming him into a malevolent caricature. Not Julian, not Lieutenant Quickstep. No. He rubbed his hands together with a truly diabolical glee, the sound dry and conspiratorial, like rustling leaves in a graveyard or a serpent slithering through dry grass. Commander Finian McGinty, that rogue, that insubordinate rascal, that irreverent scoundrel, with McGinty and his scallywags, his motley collection of reprobates and ne'er-do-wells, his rabble of rum-swilling, rule-breaking misfits in charge of Coral Cove Atoll, for a mere afternoon, a paltry few hours. They will run wild. They will dismantle this base board by board. They will desecrate every sacred naval regulation. They will absolutely and definitively destroy themselves right in front of the Admiral. It's absolutely brilliant. Quickstep. Utterly, staggeringly, undeniably brilliant. A masterpiece of strategic delegation and inspired revenge. They will hang themselves with their own laxity. Bumble peered at his reflection in the dusty, salt-encrusted mirror hanging crookedly on the wall, an unflattering representation of his florid face and bulging eyes. He adjusted his already askew cap, attempting to project an air of tragic dignity, to enhance his carefully cultivated image of the dying hero. He exaggerated a cough that sounded suspiciously like a dying walrus attempting to clear its throat, a truly authentic, rattling sound, and feigned a tremble in his hand, holding it out for inspection. "Uh-huh, I do look sort of sick to you, don't I? All right." A pallor, quick step. A decided pallor. The pallor of impending doom. I am a vision of profound debilitation. The very. Picture a man at death's door. He tilted his head, adopting what he believed was a look of profound, feverish debilitation. A look that bordered on the grotesque. Quick step, caught completely off guard by the sheer audacity of the scheme, by the breathtaking villainy of the plan, found himself nodding vigorously, his eyes wide, his carefully constructed military composure threatening to shatter. He felt a bead of sweat trickle down his temple, tasting of salt and fear, a cold, clammy drop. "Yes, sir. Terribly sick, sir. Utterly, spectacularly unwell. Commodore. In fact, sir, with that particular shade of purple on your countenance. You almost look feverish. Quite alarmingly so, sir. Your coloring is quite striking. Sir, don't you think you'd better call the medics, sir? Right away, sir, with utmost haste. Sir, before your constitution completely gives way, before your very being dissolves into a puddle of sickness on your office floor." He even added an extra, earnest emphasis to the terribly sick part, trying desperately to match the Commodore's dramatic flair, to become an accomplice in this grand charade of illness. "Excellent. Quick step. My boy, on the double. Don't stand there gawking at my imminent demise. Man, time is of the essence." Bumble's voice cracked theatrically, dissolving into another paroxysm of feigned coughs, each one a masterclass in pulmonary distress. "Chippy, Chippy," he yelled, attempting to appear faint, his voice now a mere whisper, weak and gasping. "It's Commodore Bumble. Hurry. He's not well. He's succumbing to the tropical scourge. Quick. On the double. Chuckles. I think I'm going to pay a terrible price for my dedication to duty. A heavy, tragic toll." His voice trailed off dramatically, his eyes rolling back in his head with an entirely unconvincing, theatrical lurch as he aimed for a graceful collapse onto his desk, hoping to fall with the dignity of a dying swan. Chippy, always eager to please, always a step behind in grasping the Commodore's convoluted intentions, misheard the final, dramatic word. "Oh, sir, you're going to pay," he echoed, a confused frown creasing his young brow, his glasses slipping further down his nose. He fumbled frantically through his pockets, his uniform rustling, as if the Commodore was asking for a personal loan or some kind of last-minute bribe from his meager earnings. "My meager earnings, sir? Are they required for your recovery? I only have a few pesos, sir, mostly in small change." He was too busy searching for coins to notice the trajectory of the collapsing Commodore. "Oh, sir, you didn't say to catch you." Just as Bumble performed his elaborate, staged swoon, launching himself dramatically onto the desk, Chippy, still bewildered and fumbling, completely failed to support him, resulting in a surprisingly solid, rather undignified thud as Bumble's ample frame hit the floor, narrowly missing an overflowing ashtray and sending a miniature dust cloud into the already. "Opresive air?" "You're a stupid numbskull," Chuckles, Bumble bellowed, momentarily forgetting his feigned illness and springing up from the floor like a jack-in-the-box, rubbing his rather tender backside with considerable vigor. His crimson complexion deepened from purple to a shade of livid maroon, his eyes burning with genuine fury. "Thanks. Chippy, thanks a million for your profound support in my moment of utter collapse. You're stellar. Rescue will not be forgotten. Indeed, it will be enshrined as a prime example of gross incompetence and abysmal failure. Chippy, utterly mortified by a spectacular failure and the Commodore's subsequent wrath, saluted stiffly, his face as red as a freshly boiled prawn, his ears burning with shame. "Thank you, sir. Good old sir," he mumbled, already imagining the long hours of remedial officer-catching drills and detailed salute improvement exercises that would undoubtedly follow, perhaps even in forced practice with mannequins. "Oh, sir. Sir, it's Commander McGinty. He's coming this way, sir," Lieutenant Quickstep announced, his voice urgent, having spotted the familiar, shambolic form of Commander Finian, Finn McGinty strolling leisurely towards Bumble's office, whistling a jaunty, entirely inappropriate sea shanty, oblivious to the high drama unfolding within. Bumble, hearing this, immediately reassumed his role. His recovery from the floor, a miraculous transformation from fury to frailty, a beatific, if somewhat manic and highly suspect, smile spread across his face. He even managed to produce a faint, pathetic moan, a sound he had perfected after years of feigning various ailments to avoid tedious administrative tasks. He staggered over to his cot, an ancient canvas affair that perpetually smelled of mildew, threw himself onto it with a grunt that decidedly belied his alleged sickness, and pulled a grubby, stained blanket over himself, burying his head with theatrical flourish. "I don't remember anything, all right? My memory is a sieve, Quickstep, a veritable sieve, full of holes. It's a trick, boys, a cruel trick of fate. My mind has gone to some happy place where there are no admirals. No, garter belts. I'm a very sick man, don't forget. An invalid, you hear me? A helpless, decrepit invalid at the mercy of my subordinates." Just then, the door creaked open, admitting Commander Finn McGinty, a man whose easy grin and perpetually crumpled uniform suggested a lifelong indifference to regulations, much to Bumble's eternal chagrin. Paused in the doorway, his keen eyes taking in the chaotic scene. The overturned chair, the dust-covered Commodore dramatically moaning on the cot, the flustered aides. His PT boat, the Coral Cat, was a ramshackle miracle of ingenuity, held together by sheer willpower and questionable engineering, much like its commander himself. His crew, Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, the nervous, neurotic second-in-command. Specs Miller, the bespectacled intellectual who saw the universe through a prism of obscure facts. Gizmo Jenkins, the mechanical savant who could fix anything with a paperclip and a prayer. Doodle Higgins, the perpetually hungry and good-natured simpleton whose heart was as big as his appetite. And Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, the grizzled, tough-as-nails veteran who preferred the company of a good rifle to petty officer squabbles, were an equally motley but fiercely loyal bunch. They were currently somewhere between inventing a new method for deep-sea poker and attempting to distill jungle juice from fermented fruit in defiance of several naval directives. "Oh, hi, Commodore," Finn said, his voice laced with mild, almost comical surprise, his hands casually tucked into his pockets, utterly unfooled by the dramatic display. He leaned against the doorframe, a picture of relaxed skepticism, one eyebrow slightly raised. "What's wrong, sir? Are you having one of your usual, dramatic episodes? Commodore, your coloring is particularly vivid today, sir." He eyed the fallen chair and the twitching blanket with a discernible smirk. Bumble, from beneath the blanket, groaned pitifully, his voice muffled, a low, drawn-out sound of suffering. "Oh, McGinty, I don't know, McGinty. It's taking a lot of tests. I tell you, a battery of diagnostic procedures that would fell a lesser man. My very life force is being analyzed. I haven't got any answers yet. Confound it all. The very doctors are baffled. Their instruments fail them. All I know right now is that I'm in bad shape, very bad shape. My constitution is, in a word, compromised, utterly and irrevocably. A medical mystery of the highest order. He even managed to squeeze out a rather convincing whimper, punctuated by a dramatic shudder that made the cot creak ominously. "Oh, hi. Oh, for goodness sakes, Lieutenant Quickstep, my faithful aide, could you possibly raise my head a little bit? Will you? Please? My neck feels quite unsupported. I fear I may lose circulation to my brain. What little I have left, that is." Quickstep, ever eager to demonstrate his competence, ever striving for flawless execution, rushed forward, navigating the treacherous terrain of paperwork and discarded cigar butts. "Yes, sir. Immediately, sir. A task of utmost importance for your comfort, Commodore. Here, I'll do it for you myself." He gently slipped a hand under Bumble's head, lifting it carefully, his movements precise and solicitous, as if handling a rare and delicate artifact that might shatter at any moment. Bumble, momentarily enjoying the solicitous attention, the brief comfort being cradled like a fragile hothouse flower, murmured, "Oh, good. The gentle touch of competence is a rare thing in this chaotic world, Quickstep." Then, remember his role as the rapidly declining invalid, his performance far from over, he suddenly, dramatically, bellowed, his voice no longer a whisper, but a roar that startled Chippy Chuckles into a fresh jump. "Wait a minute, you bungling fool. My head, it's too high. Put it down. Put it down. You oaf. Push it down. Push it down. Push it down on the hard, unyielding ground. My head, on the hard, unyielding ground. For that is my fate. I deserve nothing less. My skull shall rest upon the very soil of my suffering. I got it. Can I break right back?" He paused, a momentary slip, his voice almost cheerful and lucid, then quickly corrected himself with another theatrical gasp and shudder. "Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I say, my head feels light. The room is spinning. I feel faint. A sudden onset of dizzying despair. Finn McGinty, stifling a laugh, a broad grin splitting his face, leaned casually against the doorframe, completely unmoved by the theatrical spectacle unfolding before him. "He was just trying to make you comfortable, sir. A thoughtful gesture of consideration for your tender scalp, Commodore. After all, you know how genuinely concerned we all are about your delicate health." "Oh, yes, sir. Take it easy, Commodore. Remember how very, very sick you are, sir." His tone was perfectly respectful, even empathetic, yet carried just the slightest, almost imperceptible undertone of amused mockery, a subtle inflection that only Bumble himself, in his current state of paranoia, would fully appreciate. Bumble, hearing the subtle jab, the hint of playful sarcasm hidden beneath the facade of concern, glowered fiercely, his theatrical languor momentarily forgotten. His eyes, usually just bloodshot, now burned with genuine fury, narrowing to slits. "Chippy, give the admiral's assistant something for his insolent insubordinate and thoroughly impudent tone, a week's extra latrine duty, or a month's worth of peeling the gristliest, most recalcitrant potatoes we can find in the entire mess hall. I want him punished for his sarcasm. Man." Chippy, utterly confused by the rapidly shifting instructions and the ever-changing target of the Commodore's wrath, merely saluted. "Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I thought the situation was in neutral. Sir, a moment of peaceful respite. No offense intended, sir, to the esteemed admiral's assistant, whoever he might be, sir. That's all you menace." Bumble roared, once again forgetting his supposed frailty as he half sat up on the cot, shaking his fist violently. "That's it, McGinty. You're right, McGinty. I am a very sick man. A gravely ill man whose time is running out faster than a rogue torpedo. The medics, those baffled purveyors of tinctures and poultices, they don't know how long I'm going to be in here, if indeed I survive this harrowing ordeal. So, while I'm away, while I teeter on the precipice of eternal slumber, I'm going to have to appoint an acting base commander." He looked pointedly at Finn, his eyes boring into him with a malicious gleam. Expecting the penny to drop with the clang of a death knell, he savored the moment, the exquisite pleasure of delivering the fatal blow to his nemesis. Finn adopted an air of genuine understanding, his face a picture of sincere concern, though his eyes betrayed a twinkle of suppressed mirth, a barely concealed flicker of amusement. "Well, I understand, sir. A wise and prudent decision, Commodore, for a commander must ensure the seamless transition of authority, especially in times of such delicate health. And you can rest assured, sir, that my boys and I will give Lieutenant Quickstep all the help we can. He's a good lad, Quickstep, good head on his shoulders, though he does fret a bit over requisition codes and the existential dread of unscheduled paperwork. Bless his meticulous, bureaucratic heart." He winked at Quickstep, who immediately flushed crimson, unsure whether to be flattered or further mortified by Finn's appraisal. Bumble's purple hue returned, deepening with each word Finn uttered, until his face resembled a ripening eggplant, or perhaps a particularly bruised plum. He sputtered, momentarily speechless, before finding his voice again. Now a high-pitched shriek of outrage that seemed to threaten the integrity of the tin walls. "Quickstep? Quickstep, you say? That man can barely keep track of his own shoelaces, let alone the intricate logistics of an entire naval base. He would classify a stapler as a weapon of mass destruction. No. He's a boob. Yes, Quickstep is a boob. A complete, utter, unadulterated boob. He'd probably salute a coconut and then file a formal report on its insubordination. I'm appointing you the acting base commander, McGinty. Sir, you shall bear the mantle of command in my absence. Consider a promotion or a curse, depending on your perspective, you rascal." He punctuated his pronouncement with a triumphant, albeit shaky, fist pump, enjoying the visible consternation on Finn's face. Finn McGinty's casual grin, a fixture of his face, a symbol of his generally laid-back attitude, finally faltered, replaced by a look of genuine, unfeigned horror. His jaw dropped, and he felt a cold knot form in his stomach, a sudden, heavy dread. "Me? Oh, come on, Commodore. You must be kidding. With all due respect, sir. With every fiber of my being and every last ounce of my limited common sense. The last thing this atoll, this glorious bastion of Allied power, needs is me in command of anything more complex than a particularly unruly fishing line. My talents lie in the chaotic art of PT boat skirmishes. Sir, not the tedious ballet of administrative oversight. I am a man of action, sir, not paper pushing. It goes against my very nature. I'd set the base on fire by accident trying to file a requisition." Bumble, now fully committed to his theatrical performance, rose from the cot with a surprising burst of frantic energy that would have put a man half his age to shame, and glared directly into Finn's eyes, wobbling slightly for added effect, as if overcome by a sudden gust of invisible, feverish wind. "McGinty, take a good look at me. Observe my fevered brow, my trembling hand. My very life force is draining away with every breath. Does this look like the face of a man who's kidding? I tell you, I am on the verge of dissolution, of ultimate collapse, of utter demise." Fine. Maintaining a straight face despite the almost irresistible urge to burst out laughing at Bumble's dramatic antics matched Bumble's intense gaze, his own eyes serious, though a faint twitch at the corner of his mouth betrayed his true feelings. "No, sir, it certainly does not, sir. It looks, if I may be so bold, sir, like the face of a man who has consumed entirely too much spicy chowder. But, Commodore, with all due respect, I must ask you to perform the same courtesy. Take a good look at me, sir." He gestured dramatically to his perpetually unbuttoned collar, revealing a surprising amount of tan chest hair, to the wild tangle of his dark, wind-swept hair, the slight smirk playing at the corner of his lips, and the faint, lingering scent of brine and illicit pineapple rum that always seemed to cling to him like a second skin. "Do I look like a base commander?" Sir, does my very essence radiate administrative acumen? Do I exude an aura of rigid, uncompromising discipline? I think not, sir. I'm a sailor, a fighting man, a warrior of the waves. Sir, not a desk jockey. I cause more chaos than the Nips if left in charge of paperwork. Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, who had followed Finn into the office, his anxiety levels already spiking from the general air of chaos and Bumble's dramatic. Pronouncements couldn't help but blurt, "He's got you there, Wally." He immediately clapped a hand over his mouth, turning bright scarlet, realizing his grievous error in addressing the Commodore so informally. He shrank slightly, anticipating instant demotion, perhaps even a public flogging with a wet noodle or forced duty sorting rusted nails. "No, sir. No. Easy does it, sir." Finn quickly interjected, trying desperately to smooth things over, to prevent Plimpton's certain demise. "Now, look, Commodore, I'm a saltwater skipper. Sir, my soul is forged in brine and sea spray. My destiny lies upon the waves. I'd be no good behind a desk. I'd drown in paperwork. Sir, literally, my spirit would wither. I'd be worse than useless, sir. A total administrative wreck, a veritable black hole of efficiency." He even performed a little pantomime of struggling to swim through towering stacks of imaginary forms, flapping his hands helplessly, gurgling in a comically pathetic manner, hoping to appeal to Bumble's dramatic sensibilities. Bumble, however, was impervious. His focus remained laser-sharp on Finn, his malicious joy untempered. "McGinty, I wouldn't think of asking you to take on a big assignment like this gargantuan administrative burden. Without some help, that would be inhumane. That would be positively barbaric. You need a crutch. McGinty, a suitable lackey to manage the administrative trifles, and the endless stream of paperwork that will surely overwhelm you. So, I'm appointing Plimpton here, acting executive officer. Consider it a steep learning curve for the young man, and a perfect distraction from your more anarchic tendencies, your insufferable penchant for rule-breaking and chaos. Ensign Pip Percival Plimpton III, whose career aspirations rarely extended beyond successfully completing a spreadsheet without any critical errors, maintaining impeccable penmanship, and perhaps one day earning a medal for consistent pencil sharpening, nearly fainted on the spot, his face turning an even more ghastly shade of pale, a faint green tinge to his lips. He clutched his chest, his eyes wide as saucers. "Oh, boy! Did you hear that, Skipper?" he squeaked, his voice cracking with disbelief, his legs threatening to give way. Acting executive officer. Me, a man of limited experience, prone to clerical errors. "Oh, thanks. Commodore, you'll never regret this. I think, I hope I don't set anything on fire, sir, or lose the entire base budget to a rogue pigeon who absconds with the paperwork." Bumble merely waved his hand grandly, a dismissive flick of the wrist. I know. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Plimpton, a necessary sacrifice for the greater good of seeing McGinty squirm. Here you are. McGinty, take this." He thrust a battered clipboard, overflowed with inscrutable paperwork and stained with ancient coffee rings, and an ancient, rusty ceremonial cutlass, usually reserved for a highly official, rarely occurring, and completely ignored flag-raising ceremonies. At Finn, "You go over to my office, your office now, and you take command this minute. Do you hear me? McGinty? This minute. That's an order. Commander, and don't you dare track mud onto my pristine linoleum, which I personally supervise the waxing of, with the utmost meticulousness. I will know if you do." "Oh, but Commodore, sir," Finn began, still trying to grasp the enormity of this calamity, this calculated sabotage of his relaxed command style, this intricate trap designed to ensnare him in a web of bureaucracy. Out! Bumble shrieked, shooing them from his office with the fervor of a man swatting a particularly bothersome, buzzing fly, flapping his hands wildly, his eyes blazing with a mixture of triumph and malice. Now, quick step, my loyal aide. You know what to do. My cot needs plump in. My pillows need fluffing. My very constitution needs a long, luxurious period of convalescing, and a cold compress, and perhaps some more of those medicinal concoctions to ensure my delirium is sustained, and utterly convincing for Admiral Jawbreaker. Finn and Plimpton stumbled out, still reeling from the unexpected promotion and the sheer, unmitigated absurdity of the situation. They made their way to Bumble's former office, which, by dint of Bumble's pronouncement, was now Finn's temporary seat of power. The moment they stepped inside, a mere foot over the threshold, the field phone, a rusty, temperamental beast of a contraption, began to ring again, insistent and shrill, as if celebrating their arrival with a discordant fanfare. "Oh, just a minute. Lieutenant, just a minute," Finn mumbled to himself. Try and make sense of the new command, the new responsibilities, the sudden, overwhelming weight of the world on his shoulders. He ran a hand through his perpetually messy hair, feeling a new wrinkle form on his brow. He gestured vaguely to Plimpton, who was already meticulously lining up the Commodore's paperweights, a nervous tick. "You're acting base commander now, Pip. What do we do about this infernal shrill noise? It sounds like a dying banshee trapped in a tin can." Before Plimpton could even begin to process this new wave of responsibility, before he could consult any of his mental manuals, a grizzled, unkempt head popped into the doorway, a cigar clamped firmly between its teeth. It was Sergeant Rocky Ridgeback, Finn's tough-as-nails veteran crewman, a man whose natural habitat was a machine gun turret, not an office, but whose loyalty to Finn was absolute. "Yeah, Chief, they're saying the what? The sinks are still plugged up, and the petty officers are well. What do you want from me? A get-well card. I'm not a concierge for plumbing complaints. I'm a combat specialist, not a glorified janitor." Finn, attempting to mimic Bumble's air of exasperated authority, barked into the phone, his voice a surprising imitation of the Commodore's growl. "Hold it! Chief, hold it! Can't you see I'm on the phone? Engaging in top-secret strategic communications for the welfare of the entire Allied effort? Yeah, I know, Skipper, but He paused, his eyes widening as Rocky presented him with something. "Well, what do you got there, Rocky? Is it some new experimental munition? Another piece of Japanese intelligence? A secret weapon? For winning the war, perhaps?" Rocky, oblivious to the high-stakes drama unfolding, and simply following the immediate chain of command, held up a collection of elasticated, lace-trimmed items, dangling them by a single delicate thread. "Well, it looks like a bunch of slingshots to me, Skipper, or maybe some highly unusual fishing gear for tiny, acrobatic fish. I thought, we'll run out of ammo faster than we thought with these. They don't look very robust." He paused, squinting through the gloom of the office. "Oh, wait, those are the garter belts, aren't they? For the nurses, like Lieutenant Quickstep was fussing about earlier. The critical, morale-boosting hosiery stabilizers, I believe he called them." Finn, suddenly remembering Bumble's initial ridiculous rant and the very genesis of this nightmare, slapped his forehead with an audible thwack. "Good news, sir. Excellent news. We found the garter belts, that elusive, critically important strategic resource. Victory is ours on the undergarment front. Oh, I'm sorry. Chief, I'm sorry. I got my wires crossed. Hold on. Lieutenant Quickstep. Yeah, we found those items. Yes, I'll have them sent them right away. Top priority. Immediate delivery. Yes. Ma'am, you're welcome. You're welcome." He handed the phone back to Rocky, whose expression remained impassive, betraying nothing. "Chippy, Chuckles, get those to the nurses' quarters right away. And, Chief, have you thought about—" The phone started ringing again before he could finish. a discordant, maddening interruption to his flow. Get the phone, will you? Chippy, get the phone. This place is a madhouse of communications. It's a sonic assault. Plimpton, meanwhile, was already tangled in a veritable spiderweb of administrative calls. Sweat beading profusely on his upper lip, running into his eyes. He held 3 different receivers to various parts of his head, looking like a desperate octopus struggling to manage multiple, unruly limbs. Executive Officer Plimpton here. What is it? What is the nature of this unprecedented emergency? Right? That's right. I authorize building permits for the CBs of the Coconut Busters and their new mess. Hall, a bastion of culinary excellence for our brave construction battalion, a strategic asset. Sir, right, it is? Oh, Skipper. Plimpton's voice climbed an octave in alarm, bordering on a squeal. Did you know their new mess hall was in the middle of the rifle range? Directly in the path of live. Fire, sir. It's a tragic planning oversight. A lethal architectural decision.